Hi, how are you?
Oh damn, my monster was loud as fuck. Holy shit. Yeah, well, I wasn't quite ready, and then I was opening my monster, just like, the fucking, like, bomb is like, holy shit. Good morning, everybody, hope you're doing great.
To
What?
my surprise, she had an ass. She had a monster ass. She had an ass.
Also, so you're admitting I have cake. Is that what you're saying, guys? You're admitting I got cake. All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Vtuber Review. Guys, it's going to be a show today. Yes. Okay. Originally, I had said this in Discord. I have a banana? I never said that. I didn't say that in Discord. I didn't say that in Discord. I never said I had a banana in Discord. I mean, I don't know. I think Twitter thinks I have a banana. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But hope you guys are doing great. Welcome in. We have a lot to talk about, guys. We are going to be discussing, of course, something I kind of never planned to talk about. I'm going to be honest. This is blown up in such a way I felt like I couldn't ignore it. You know what I mean? I get to a point for me where I'm like, yeah, you know, I didn't plan on talking about it, but other news outlets are discussing it. It's blown up to bigger than what it was originally. So I'm like, all right, fine. Reluctantly, I will discuss this issue. So here we are, guys. But I hope you're doing awesome. Welcome in. Definitely going to be a big show today because we're going to talk about what's going on with Miyazu, guys. Miyazu was, artists actually denied their commission based on, quote-unquote, their ideals. So we are going to look into that a little bit, discuss it, have a conversation. Definitely going to be quite a heavy conversation. I will warn you all. You know, the rest of my news is kind of light, but I think we'll be spending most of our time discussing all that because there's a lot to unpack. There's a history of behaviors, there's a history of controversies. Now we have this other thing, you know, that ties into the Masterpiece Cake Shop versus the Colorado Civil Rights Commission, which was a whole thing that I was learning about yesterday because I wasn't super familiar with it. So, guys, I hope you're fucking prepared. It's going to be a big one today. But good morning, first up. How is everybody doing today? Hope you're doing awesome. Thank you guys so much for yesterday. I really do appreciate it. I had a wonderful time. We finally beat getting over it. I totally did not hack. I definitely did not hack. It was a very legitimate win. I thank you guys so much for allowing me to rest. I'm going to be honest, guys. I took a nap for 3 fucking hours. Like, I napped so long. I like crashed after. I did a few things and I went down and I started looking at some stuff and I was looking at the court case for the cake stuff just in case. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to cover it or not at that point. And then I was like, well, I'll take a little nap. And I woke up 3 hours later. I think my body really wanted me to sleep a little bit. So it definitely helped me a lot. I lost all my hair. I napped so hard. It was crazy, guys. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate allowing me a light day yesterday. But we're going to get back into it because we got a big stream today. And of course, tomorrow, guys, we got some Halo to talk about. We're going to be playing the new Halo. Early access, all that good stuff. I'm pumped. Yeah, Kiri, we actually beat getting over it. Very legit. I definitely did not have any assistance from chat at all. Dad definitely did not help me. Zero. And so then after that, we just decided I was either gonna game or keep going or take the day off. But yeah, we decided I would just kind of keep it easy. So I was coming to Game Pass on the 28th. Yeah. So as cool as that is, I do have early access Raptors. So we're gonna play it tomorrow. I'm very excited. Somebody did not help her, and then reset her after the credits started rolling. Yeah, exactly. That was really funny. It's because of me. Tao, Tao, I can't stop thinking about you. I've literally had to figure out how to let you down easily by blocking you, writing a restraining order, finding out every alt account that you have, finding where you live so I can serve you papers. Yeah, it's been tough. Been tough out there, but I do my best. What's up, Tao? Oh my gosh. Honest, I'm gonna have fun for playing Splatoon Raiders. Oh yes. Yeah, actually, speaking of a Switch 2, I did sign up for Dustbloods this morning. They're doing the network test. So I did apply for it. I'm praying, please. I'm like, give me it, please, 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 give me the app. I just want to test it. So you're saying there's a chance? Yes, that's exactly what I said, Bun Bro. Exactly. I said there's a fucking chance. Looks like today is going to be quite some interesting coverage. It absolutely will. I know we were talking about this a bit in the Discord. Originally, I didn't plan on covering it, but I'll be honest, like I said, it kind of blew up. Started discussing some other stuff that was kind of bigger overall, so I was like, you know what? We're going to discuss this today. Was this modded Get Over It yesterday? Yes, it was. It was with crowd control, so that could mess with me. But unfortunately, they actually messed with me so much, it actually helped me. And then I got to the top quicker, so it was great. I didn't have to do much bullshit. I mean, they did reset me once, but, it wasn't too bad. I ended up resting yesterday. I decided to work on a few things, and then honestly, I just took it easy, guys. I went to the gym a little bit later. I decided to do absolutely nothing, which was great. I just wanted to digital detox, you know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly on my computer, I'm constantly on my phone, I'm answering messages, I'm in meetings, I'm doing this, that, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I was like, this is a perfect time for me just to not do anything, and that's exactly what I did. I am taking suggestions for those games you want me to play with Shot Caller. So make sure you put in the suggestion box over on my Discord, and I'll see what we can do. Yes, I did. I had a lazy day once. I'm not really like a lazy person. My problem is I'm a workaholic, right? So I constantly feel like I have to do something, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm sitting here not doing something, my body literally is like, but Elara, work. Why work, Elara, work? Like, I don't know if anybody else has that problem. I have that problem, big time. Yo, what's up, Antique? How are you? Happy Wednesday. I'm doing good. I'm feeling nice and rested. So today we're going to kick some butt and talk about some news as always. Later tonight, guys, we do have community night. I think we're going to play Fall Guys. I figured I'd try to get something that was available to everybody. So come online tonight. We're going to have a great time.
For the best in Twitch news, tune in to Elara for an incredible and magnificent setup. Facts and info on gaming news. Back to you, Elara.
Wow, thanks, Random 50s guy. I appreciate that. For a huge setup. Breaking news. I love that. Yeah, we should get more of the 50s commercial guy up in here. Had a problem. Then I burned out. Took a while to recover from that. Yeah, see, I'm not trying to burn out. I think I was very borderline when I took that week off. I'm trying not to get to that point. If I have to stop doing work, that is fine. I will do exactly what I gotta do. And no more unless I am feeling it, right? I can't wait to read the doc about me. I'm gonna go get my popcorn. You're gonna love this, Laura. What doc about you, Tom? Oh, you mean the one about the clown? Yeah, you mean the one about the clown? I did see that document. Yeah, we're not diving into that today, Tom. But if you want to read the clown document, just go to www.talasaclown.com and you can read all about it. It's really cool. That's really cool. Yes, please cancel me. Bro, I don't have to cancel you. You cancel yourself. Just look in the mirror. I mean, who would want to look at that? You cancel yourself, bro. Like, womp womp.
Elara wrote the doc about me.
What, the one about a pirate? I'll be careful before I write another doc about you getting skill dipped. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wait, what am I getting skill dipped in? It's definitely not Smash Bros. It's definitely not Smash Bros. Wait, there's a treasure train? No, there's not. No, there's not. I don't believe you. I can't see that, so no. That's not real. Y'all are a bunch of fucking liars. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. That's not real. No, you don't. No, you don't. It was for the left. Oh, thank God. Yes. Thank God. Some reason VTuber job on Twitter, which is not surprising now that I'm thinking, what exactly did you see? I love how you get into what's gone on, but take yourself first. Always. I mean, I do put my mental health pretty high up there. I don't really participate in a lot of, like, Twitter, like... Wait, DL, what the fuck, dude? Bro, DB, I read it as DL first. DB, thank you so much, bro, for the 10. What the fuck? No treasure trade. No treasure trade. Ow. Well, guys, I was gonna tell you that we have a special new hype train alert that happens. God damn. No, don't resurrect it. Wait, no.
Treasure train.
Fuck me. No way, dude. No way. No. This is the worst day of my life. Are you serious?
I like
Mods,
trains.
can you make an announcement, please? Can you make an announcement, please, Mods? Fuck me, dude. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? No! Every time we have one of these fucking things, y'all add like 10 bajillion hours to my timer, and I'm like, oh, thank God there hasn't been a fucking treasure train in a while. Well, fuck me. Oh my God. All right. Seems like you got railed. Yeah, I mean, anybody but you, Tom. I've tried more than once to write a spiteful document, so I always ends up as a nice hug. Sugar Lily, stop giving me! No.
Want
No.
to reconsider your statement about there's no treasure train.
Deception, I thought we were good, dude. I thought we were good. Oh my God, thank you, Sugar Lily. But also stop it right now. Dude, stop giving me money. No money from you. You saw first year Laura got railed on stream for hundreds of fans. I mean, on the right website that could happen. On the Wheel Spencer, accident should be good. No, it's fine. No, we're not gonna do anymore. We're gonna stop right here. This is perfectly fine. We don't need any more in our lives. This is great. We'll leave it right here, bro. We'll leave it right here. Hal, I think it's time to get your Crocs into speed mode again. Howdy, I'm around asking if people hear a random fun fact. All right, give it to us, Punk. Bet. Give it to us, Punk. Let's see what you got. Want to bet? Yeah, actually, I don't want to bet. Never mind, Raptor. I changed my mind. I don't want to bet. I need a hyper mode. I want cow hum. Wait, there's a cow hum mode? That's cute. I'm moving out of effective immediately. Why? What did I do? Did you know the longest tail belonged to the Diplodocus? Is that a D's nuts joke? 45 feet long. Oh my God. We get a level 20. Can we get Curse Halo on Legendary? If you get a level 30, you can get Curse Halo on Legendary. How about that? Well, it's a Winnie Hum, but it's a cow. Oh, that's cute. That's super cute. I need level 30. I'll give you Curse Halo on Legendary with crowd control. All right. How about that? Yeah, just for you. Damn it. Shadow Jacket. No. God damn it. The truck keeps hitting me, bro. That's so mean. No. Shadow Dragon, thank you for the 10 and thank you for the 10 as well. Why is the truck skating sideways? What is going on, bro? No. I love how I got launched in the air, and then it was just like, yeah, yep. Okay, how many fucking trucks are there gonna be, bro? Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you. Twitter words of Don House
In
in
the
your
immortal words
Thank
of
you, Nid. Thank you so
Danhausen,
much, Singing
you
Shatter Dragon. I appreciate you.
are
Guys, please
cursed.
take care of yourselves first, though. Never feel like you need to actually donate or any of that stuff, okay, guys? Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Tokyo drifting a truck. Bro, he is. I'm not fucking driving that shit, but he is Tokyo drifting. Like, no. Oh my god. Bro, DL, what the fuck, dude? Bro, thank you for the 25. Are you serious?
You're going to be
Bro, DB, what the hell, dude?
Stupid excuse! Shut up! I don't have to drink it if
Bro,
I don't
DB,
wanna!
what the fuck, dude? That's too much. No. That's way too much, bro. Stop it. Thank you, but guys, please, you can stop now. That's enough slices. That's enough slices. It's him, Kono Tiyutam. Oh my god. Why treasure train? Why treasure train? I understand it now. Thank you guys so much. Sincerely, guys. Thank you. Everybody, can we get some claps for everybody that has donated? God damn it. What? Why big? No. God damn it, dude. God. Thank you, Whopper, for the 15 gifted subs. Oh my god. Thank you so much. All right, guys, we complete the level 10. You get 1 extra hour onto the timer. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Sincerely, what's your offer for level 20? You get 2 more hours added.
Watching Masters
Chris.
of the Universe
Yeah, 2 more hours.
on Prime Video. But hope
Yeah.
you
I
have
saw
a
that.
great stream.
Not the fucking chicken nugget.
Chat more
Why?
trucks. We need more
Why?
trucks.
Why the chicken
Much
nugget?
more trucks. I want to
Oh
see a
my
whole
god.
convoy of
All right.
trucks.
Everybody spam. Is there a chicken nugget emote? Yeah, is there a chicken nugget emote? I feel like we should spam that. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's level 30 for crowd control, legendary cursed halo. There you go, guys, level 30. We're not doing that. We're not gonna do that, guys.
Don't stop loving on the nuggets, so good that you wanna hug it. Don't stop loving on the nuggets, and living the dream. Don't stop loving on the nuggets, so good that you wanna hug it. Don't stop loving on the nuggets, and living the dream.
Hey, Sidetrack, thank you so much for the tier 1 dude. Thank you so much. There is your melee sculpt. Yeah, there is your melee, but not ultimate. Yeah, how would that even work? Yeah, how would that even work? Oh my god, like legitimately, how would it even fuck? No, fuck you, actually. What the hell? Wait a second, hold on. Wait, time the fuck out. Wait a second. Oh my god, is Bip here?
on.
Bip, hi, Bip.
Hi.
Oh my god, Bip.
Cry,
Hi,
you
Bip.
little-
Hi, Bip, how are you? Holy shit. Guys, I'm sorry. I need to take a moment. I fucking love Bip, dude. Bip is so fucking cool. Bip is literally like fucking like one of the best metal screamers I think I've ever fucking heard recently. She's literally just like, yeah, honestly, like, her voice is fucking incredible. Holy shit. I cannot believe that Bip is here. I am blessed today, guys. We are blessed with Bip giving us their presents. Hello, Bip. How are you? I'm sorry I'm glazing you, but I think you're awesome. Especially as a metal girly who plays guitar. Your screams are fucking awesome. So, thanks for being here. This is your first time. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm literally so sorry. My community is fucking nuts. We're in the middle of a treasure train. Project Zero, thank you for the gifted sub as well. Alright, well, we chicken nugget, guys. We've chicken nuggeted. Demon up. Really, guys? You know, I'm gonna get hit by a truck. Fuck you. You're blessed by my presence every day, but I never get any praise. Wow, Dar, thanks for being here. I actually forgot about you. You're so forgettable. But thanks for reminding me that you're actually here, so... Bip, stop gifting me subs! You do not need to give me subs! Thank you so much. I appreciate you, though, Bip. That's very sweet of you. If I check for Isekai today, I always get Isekai. What do you mean? I appreciate you, Bip. How are you, though? What's up with you? I'll be part of the train. I love that. I always see your TikToks and you're always just like, you know, fucking like breaking it down on there. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I love your vocals. But thanks for stopping by. Can we get a shout out for Bip if we didn't already? That'd be super cool. I don't just stand for this ridicule. Okay, bye, Darth. Have a great day. Womp womp. Doing good. I have to work soon, but it's only 11 Twitter guy. Oh, look, girly, we're about to talk about some craziness. But anytime you need some guitar covers, let me know. I got you. I got you. Guys, thank you so much for the level 11 hype train. Holy shit, guys. Can we get some claps and some love to everybody? Thank you all so much. I owe you an extra hour on the timer. Thank you guys so much. You completed that level 10. So, subathon rules, so you get another hour. Thank you guys so much. Sincerely, 17 spins. Fuck, I'm cooked. I might actually be cooked. 17 spins. I won't stand for this outrage. Okay, let's sit the fuck down. Yeah, that easy, right? Oh my god, 17 spins. I'm fucked, dude. I'm fucked. Alright, we're gonna do 3 times 5 and a 1 times 2. I think that's gonna be the way to go. Alright, look. Let's flip over. We'll do a little bit of wheel spinning chat. And you guys got 17 fucking spins. That's wild. 17. Do you want to do a 1 times 17? Is that what you really want? I don't think you want that, guys. Closing in the next goal of adding 8 hours. Fuck me, actually. Fuck me, actually. No, guys. We've been in single digits for a while. Let's stay in the single digits, guys. That's a good place to be. All right, we doing a 1 times 17 chat, or are we breaking it up? Type 1 if you want a 1 times 17, all right? Yeah, I need to know. Are y'all believers? Does everybody here want to gamble it with a 1 times 17? Otherwise, type 2. You don't want 17? No, okay, all right. All right, never mind. Take away the inspirational music. No more inspirational music. All right, I got you. All right, we're going to do a 1 times 2 and then 3 times 5. All right, here we go, guys. Let's go. That's chat's not feeling like betting it up today, which I kind of don't blame them. All right, here's your times 2. That is 2 minutes. Very nice. Actually, I'm gonna add the hour right now. Hold on. That's actually easy for me to do. Hold on. Bada bing. Okay, there's your hour. All right, here we go, guys. 3 times 5. Here we go, baby. Let's do it. Get the timer back to triple digits. Bro, it's not in triple digits for months. Literally, for months. All right, 15 minutes. That's whatever, bro. I don't even care. It's fine. I know, whatever. I don't even care, guys. That's fine. Whatever. I don't even care. That's not even that much time. 15 minutes. No, I'll finish this up on today, guys. It's all good. Yeah, bye. We'll wrap this shit up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, whatever, bro. Oh, thank God. Okay, 5 minutes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. All right, one more times 5. One more times 5, please. Please do not land on the big ones. Please. Please, subathon gods, please. Please, 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 please. Yes!
Seeing
Yes!
Elara getting hit
Let's go,
by the
yes!
truck over, and Nova
Yes!
gave me the idea
You love to
for
see
a
it.
manga.
You love to see
What
it, yes!
truck hun and its driver isekai themselves. And now in the other
the poor,
worlds,
truck
the
driver
driver
also
only
isekai themselves.
isekaiing people from the world tour. Imagine a hero party getting chased by a truck.
That would be wild. Hello, first-time chatter. I missed your message where you said something about Miyazu crashing out. I mean, it's not the first time, so... Yeah, it's kind of not the first time, but we'll definitely talk about all that craziness here in a bit. Your wheel is weighted. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, if you spin the wheel, every section has a different size. It's definitely not weighted. I mean, what math? I don't even know that. I'm a VTuber. Yeah, let's not talk about math. Let's not talk about math, guys. I don't like to. I'm too stupid for math. But you know what I'm not too stupid to talk about is VTuber news. So let's dive into it. Everybody, do me a favorite, type news. I can thank you all so much, guys, for all of the gifted subs. I appreciate you. What's up, Mailbox? How you doing? Yeah, thank you guys so much. Yeah, what's math? Never heard of that. Math? that sounds stupid. Math? That can't be real. You've never heard of them. Yeah, that's a fucking lie. You've been on this channel, you've definitely heard of them. That's a lie. So, hey guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover everything I got, and then we're going to cap everything up with the Miyazu stuff, because that's going to be a very heavy conversation. It's going to be a long one. So that's how I'm going to do today's news. So, buckle up. Get ready, guys. That's how we're doing it. Trust me, she said she is done with the drama that me. Right, yeah. See, I didn't understand that either, Red, because she's like, oh, yeah, so I'm not going to participate in this anymore, but then she continues to stir up more drama, so... How many times has Ironmouse in the news? Funny enough you mentioned that, guys, because 1 year ago in VTubing, you might remember something that happened, and that was the Ironmouse Why I Left Shoujo video, guys. Holy shit. That is right. It has been almost 1 year and a day now since this happened, guys. Crazy to think about how far we have come since then, but I know that we had looked at some of Gunrun stuff, and the reason I looked at that was to talk about this and kind of where things stood. So it doesn't seem like there is a civil case right now with Gunrun against any of the talents, but maybe there's like a class action. But as far as a civil court case goes, in my research, I was not able to find anything, but we'll find out. Yeah, it does. It feels longer, honestly. Now, since then, I mean, Gunrun got evicted from his apartment. He filed bankruptcy. He owed $100,000 to his creditors. Things are not looking so hot for Gunrun, you know what I mean, chat? Ultimately, chat, this had been about a year ago. Crazy to think about, right? On other news, we're going to dive into, ban suspensions, YouTube issues. Then we'll talk about the abuse, all that other stuff. He's cooked. Bro, Kazan, I don't know if you were here the other day, but actually, I have some friends that are lawyers, right? So they're actually able to look up all of Justin Ignacio's stuff, right? And we went through all of his court cases that were freely and available, right, to the public. Yeah, again, he got evicted out of his apartment. He went bankrupt because he had $5,000 worth of assets versus about $100,000 of debt to credit card companies. He was looking real bad. He was really cooked. Nope, he's not Electra. Yeah, he's not. So guys, I do want to, yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, I was able to find that out. Yeah, it's been like a whole thing, but anyway, guys, I do want to talk about what happened with Lumi recently. She actually talked about this on Tea Time, but, yeah, $100,000, crazy. The only other thing, Kasana, that you might want to know that's kind of, I would say, important is that there's no civil cases against him or Vshoujo. I mean, Vshoujo, actually, he did surrender that to California, the brand itself. But there's no civil cases between Vshoujo and him or any other people in general. So that doesn't mean they're not suing him, but it just means that there's no civil cases, right? So I take a look here at what Lumi said. Lumi said on July 8th, YouTube gave me a content warning for the clip below where I react to a YouTube clip, or sorry, a VTuber clip, in which I made a double entendre joke about filling her hole, meaning in the context of a game where she was filling a dirt hole. I appealed this and was denied, and then denied via email again, but my team contacted YouTube support.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Another big fucking YouTube owl, guys. This is absurd. So many people have made more explicit sexual jokes on YouTube and have not been hit with strikes or warnings, nor should they have been. Team YouTube, the fact that this video was completely removed and not even just set to be 18 plus suggested it in YouTube's view. This joke is not even suitable for adults. That went far beyond the pale on the idea that an adult would find this harmless, double entendre in context with a literal hole. Offensive is absurd, and I agree with Lumi as well. This is clearly some, AI. It's not very normal for YouTube's moderation system to be picked up with AI stuff. To make these decisions, people push back on it, and the appeal is also AI driven as well. The best way I'll tell you guys that people have gotten results from dealing with YouTube is to hire a lawyer, and that's really sad, but it's very true. Additionally, as this was a joke, it is allowed under the content guidelines. Usage of sexual jokes and innuendos, such as mimicking sex acts in a humorous way that does not use vulgar or obscene terms, such as music lyrics referencing sexual tension. The only theory is that why this was flagged was the word hole, despite the context of a video where a little dirt hole was being filled, is considered a vulgar, obscene term not fit for YouTube. Or because this video was zoomed in on me, when I said the word hole, there was no hole on screen for half a second, but that some AI assumed there was no context in the video. No one checking this video afterwards, watching a half second before the zoom to check for context. So, what if I just zoomed in on my model, guys, and I was just like, oh. Will I get banned on YouTube for that? Like, I mean, I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Are they going to get me for that? Like, you know what I mean? YouTube and I are asking to remove the warning on my account. And even, if full monetization cannot be restored in the video, it should at least be republished and restricted to 18 plus viewers. There is no way that any reasonable human will watch this clip and see this overly sexual. Nor do I believe you have to make creators afraid to say the word hole. If fear can be taken as a sexual joke by some AI. It is not even about making people worried about using explicit terms or making direct sexual jokes. This is a double entendre, nothing more intense than something I would say that's what she said in reply to. Please, YouTube, correct your mistake. For all those reading this, please help push this, help my voice be heard. Make them fix their mistake. Also, specifically did not name the VTuber in the clip, even though she is well known, but she did not ask to be a part of this, and I ask you respect her not by harassing her, pinging her about it. My own issue, don't make it hers. So let's go take a look here at the proof. Of course, here is the, the strike right here. Of course, she reached out, tried to get this resolved, and they said, hey, please accept my sincere apology for the delayed response. Thank you for your patience while our internal team conducted a thorough review of your content. Yeah, fucking right. Upon checking our system logs, our specialized team has finalized a review on your video. Is determined is in violation of YouTube community guidelines. As a result, the video has been permanently removed from the platform in accordance with our adult content policies. So, guys, let's go watch the clip and see exactly what happened. You guys ready? Here we go.
Yeah, filling your hole is very addictive. I agree. It's very addictive. Uh-huh.
Oh, the edging is insane. We never get to watch the whole, get stuff put in it. Oh, go in. Oh, this is so satisfying. When life brings you a hole, fill it, I guess. Look how big my hole range is. Now I don't have to walk to go fill my hole. Guys, I really recommend you play this game because my brain feels so good right now. This is wildly addictive. This is like crack.
Yeah, filling your hole is very addictive. I agree. It's very addictive. Uh-huh.
That's legitimately just funny. And somehow YouTube is like, oh yes, well this is offensive to everybody, so strike the clip. Like, are you so fucking serious, YouTube?
Or they could
Absolutely
demonetize
horrible,
you if
guys.
you say
Absolutely
that you're
horrible.
a fan of the Courtney Loves band Whole Kitsunero hee hee hee.
I didn't even think about that. Courtney Loves band to be like, oh my god, yes, Hole is my favorite band. ever created in the history of ever. And you're banned, and you got a strike, and you're demonetized, and your channel's taken down. Like, I feel so bad for Lumi. So, guys, do me a favor, go support Lumi. Help spread this around per her request. Give her some love. Oh, wait, how am I not Twitch is thinking, what the heck? Oh my god, you're good, Kimmy. What's up, Kitty? How are you? Kimmy, I haven't gotten to congratulate you personally, but congrats on your new model, sweetheart. I had a great time watching it. Thank you for allowing me to watch your debut as well. A few years ago, I started out very differently as a VTuber. I was blonde and very say-so and stuff like that. And so where you were talking about being more true to yourself, that really resonated a lot with me. I 100% get that. So I'm really glad that you're able to be more yourself. You're able to find something that you love so much. I 100% felt that in my bones when you said that. So congrats to you, sincerely. I hope it makes your VTubing journey a lot more comfortable. I definitely get that at everybody here. Vampy as well. Vampy also is another one as well. Lara, can you cancel me? Bro, Tal, I can't cancel you, bro. I literally cannot cancel you. The only way I can cancel you is if you did something cancelable, but you're actually a good person and a nice mod, and you do your job, so I can't really cancel you for that. Wait, what's wrong with me? Why am I being nice to Tal? Hold on. Wait, hold on. I think I'm flipping out or something. Hold on. Yeah, so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be nice to Tal. My bad. Yeah, my bad, guys. Unfortunately, guys, kind of more serious note, but if you haven't been keeping up with Book of VTubers, they have been fighting cancer. Well, guys, they have made the decision to halt treatment, as I believe quality of life is more important than following a regimen that ultimately leads to an impasse. First, one of their best friends is graciously offered to collect autographs for them at off, guys. So, again, guys, just keep Book of VTubers in your heart. I know they're kind of dealing with, quite a lot right now. So, yeah, please take a moment to support them, all right? Are you sick or something? In other news, guys, Elio also is going on indefinite hiatus on August 16th. They'll be concluding streaming activities indefinitely. They say, hello, first of all, thank you all so much for being one of the best communities any streamer could ask for. I've been shown so much unconditional support, and streaming has brought me so much joy through the ups and downs of life that has thrown at me. I've been holding off on making this announcement for a bit since thinking about this too much has been making me super sad. Unfortunately, I'll be taking a indefinite hiatus starting on August 16th. I know this announcement will come as a surprise, as we recently celebrated my 3-year streaming anniversary. Over the past 3 years, we made so many great memories, made so many friends, and I felt so much support that has shaped me into becoming the version of myself that I am today. This decision was not easy to make, and making an announcement is something that I never thought I'd have to do. Unfortunately, life has put me in a position that will not allow me to continue my current streaming activities. So it sounds like maybe something is going on in the background, maybe to have like a better job or stuff like that. They did say that, it isn't goodbye forever. As I enter this new stage of my life, has to continue to support me in whatever may be next for me. So, wishing them all the best, of course. Hope you guys will too. But that is what's going on with Elio, guys. I know Kimi is here as well, so we are going to be talking here for a moment about Ali. An alien mixture, guys, is going on indefinite hiatus. Basically, she says I'll be taking indefinite hiatus immediately. I know this is coming as a shock to a lot of you, but I've not been well mentally and emotionally. I'm really sorry I haven't been able to do more for all of you. I hope we can make it up to all of you in the future. Ali, look, girl, do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself. Your mental and your well-being is way more important than being a streamer, right? That always comes first. So, Sox did make an announcement over on their Twitter as well.
Ali has talked to us about taking an extended indefinite hiatus for their mental health.
I am very sad,
Ali
but
will always have a place at
you
SVA
put
and we will
yourself first,
continue to
always.
support her through this. Ali is still a talent here at SVA and we will be working with them through their hiatus. When they decide the time is right to return, we will be there for her.
I know Sock's going through a lot right now. Obviously, the stuff with Ali, Yomi leaving as well. So, not only give your support and lend it to Ali, but of course to SVA as a whole as well. Another news, guys. I'm not gonna lie, this one really hurts. I'm really not gonna lie. This one actually really hurts a lot. If you guys don't know Mim, Mim is also a very famous voice actress. within the anime world. Well, sadly, guys, Mim is graduating. I'm gonna talk about Mim for a second, if I could. When I first started, you know, I came into stuff and I wasn't really, I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was pitching up my voice with a voice changer. I felt like I'd have a cute voice, even though obviously my voice is not very cute, right? But I felt like I had to do that, right? And I remember Mim really came to me and inspired me so much. Mim was very kind to me and said, hey, you know, I noticed that you're using a voice changer. Like, why is that? And I was like, well, honestly, Mim, it's just because I hate my voice, right? Like, Mim is so talented. Mim can literally, like, change your voice in a heartbeat, right? I mean, go listen to, you know, Attack on Titan, right? You can listen to a very, very important character in Attack on Titan and listen to their voice, and they're like, oh my god, they're so talented, right? And then you listen to Mim, and you're like, oh my god, like, you know, you're doing Mim's voice, and it's amazing. I'm like, I just don't have that ability, right? Thank you, Kami, I appreciate that. And Mim inspired me a lot to be myself. I remember I went on a vacation. I came back, and I told my moms I was going to turn it off. I was going to be done with it, right? And they were very supportive of it. But what led me to that decision, honestly, was Mim. Mim has been so kind to me. Mim has always shown me so much love behind the scenes. And I know we never we did collaborate a few times, but I know we just kind of over time things drift apart, right? But I can't stress enough, guys, how much of an impact Mim has had on me as a person. Not as a VTuber, as a person. You know, elara, like me as an actual, like, you know, person controlling and puppeting the model, right? I think that is really affected my heart in such a big way, and I'm so grateful to have known Mim for the time that I did. But this one definitely, this one hurts. I'm not gonna lie. So Mim, on a personal note, thank you for everything that you've ever done for me. Thank you for helping me find the confidence to be myself. Just thank you so much, Mim. I'm really gonna miss you. Mim says, I hope you're doing well, wherever you are in life. Well, it's been over a year. I have no desire to stream. Outside of you and our little community here, I've had an awful time over the past 5 years. From constant panic attacks before streams, heavy depression, to seeing who people are really behind the scenes. It's just too much, and I need to step away. Yes, honestly, Shadow, if there was one person you can attribute to that, it would actually be Mim. Legitimately, Shadow. I think that Mim's went through a lot, right? I will tell you guys this, I don't want to say community, right? Because I don't think VTubing has a community, but I'll say sphere. I think the VTuber sphere is very tough. People are very conniving. People are awful behind the scenes. People that you probably look up to now, you might find morally reprehensible, right? There's just things you don't know, and that's okay, but I will be very frank and very transparent, guys. It's difficult behind the scenes. It's really tough. It really, really is. And I understand where Mim's coming from, especially on that. Mim actually voice acted Armin from Attack on Titan. Mim has a very storied history of being a voice actress in the anime sphere. If you don't, you probably know Mim as either Armin or what's his face from My Hero Academia, the crow guy. What was that guy's name? I don't know why his name escapes me right now, because I love My Hero Academia. The big crow guy, right? But Mim is a very, very talented voice actress. Very, very talented. Yeah, if you didn't know that, Kitsune, Tokiyami, thank you. Yeah, Tokiyami. Mim did Tokiyami and Tokiyami and Armin. Yeah, so yeah, no, Mim is a very, very careered voice actress, right? And it's not like this is hidden, right? Yeah, this is not hidden at all, right? Mim was very forthcoming with this information a couple of years ago. Yeah, no, same here, Kitsu. I had no idea as well. And I knew Mim well at that point. And I remember talking to Mim, I was like, oh my god, Mim, like, your impact on my daily life was actually crazy. And I am honored that not only that I knew you and got to collab with you and knew you on a personal level, but the fact also that you inspired me so much to be myself. Like, I truly and honestly, I'm just honored by Mim as a whole. Yeah, Mim is literally just a fucking legend, but it's very, very sad to see, you know, Mim feel this way, right? And I know that some of this is true. I know that their feelings are valid, but, you know, they do go on to say also revealing who I am was the worst decision ever made. Talking about, you know, revealing who they actually are as a person. I stopped being able to play a character, and it created walls to trap me creatively. English. I felt the pressure to stream, but not the desire, and it's never come back. I'm officially done. Throughout all of this, only saving grace has been you. Your kindness and support is always for me. I don't feel like I deserve it, but it means the world to me all the same. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. Thank you for believing in me and checking in on me. I'm remembering Mim. It's been wonderful meeting you. So many of you convinced in the past year. I hope to see you again. I know a lot of you struggle, but please give yourself some love and kindness. You deserve all the good in the world, and you deserve to be yourself. It's hard out there, but you're strong, stronger than you think you are. And one day you will discover that. I'm hoping I discovered that for myself too. We got this. See you out there. Love, Mim. So guys, yeah, I mean, if you look at Mim, who Mim is, they were very forthcoming with information. I mean, just a huge fucking laundry list of iconic characters from anime, guys. Absolutely nuts. They are literally legend, and I'm so sad to see them go, guys, on a personal level. So again, please offer your support and love to them. Absolutely amazing person. Amazing creator. Just wow. I don't have words. This is one of those things that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, but it's really hit. It's a big hit. It really is. On other news, guys, I do want to talk about some missed debuts, and then we'll go down to our corpo news. But if you missed it, of course, Nikuzino Shin actually debuted their 3D model. Let's go take a quick look at that really fast. Yeah, here it is right here. So, looks very good. Congratulations to them on that one. Of course, in other news, guys, Doko Dochi actually debuted their brand new model. What's your opinion on Drive By Incubus? Probably one of the best songs of the 90s, and I don't say that lightly at all. That is literally one of the best, most well-composed, iconic songs of the 90s, early 2000s. Easy, like, yeah, love that song. Really cool. If you know how to play the guitar as well, really cool chording. So Doko also went on to debut the brand new model. I love the frog hat, dude. That's actually my favorite part. I really think Incubus is awesome as fuck. Why specifically that song, though? Yeah, I love this really, really nice hat. Of course, the model as well. Congratulations to them. Of course, also, guys, Eye Candy went on to debut their brand new model, and it is fucking amazing, guys. Of course, this I says, thank you so much for coming to my debut. Thank you for the raid. Those who gifted subs, bits, those who shared their favorite picks. And a big thank you. Well, they do have a big cyberpunk setup in their world. They actually have this bike. It is really, really fucking cool. I'll show you some more pictures as well. Yeah, here's the design for this right here. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this so much. I think Steve Chops has some good picks as well. Yeah, here they are. He says, I will come in and throw myself directly into the trenches. Because good fucking God can't need this new model. I mean, take a look. Bro, it's awesome. Also, here you go, guys. I got you the picture, the most important picture of the debut. You're welcome. Thanks, Steve. We appreciate you, bro. But, yeah, I love the design. Looks incredible. I really like the arms as well. Yeah, that's awesome. So big congrats, of course, to I on that one as well. In other news, guys, we also, can I get a hand check really quick? Drive came in on the radio in the dead of night while driving for me. I gotta know, and I don't know much about rock, but the roughly 80 songs I know are the right ones. Yeah, hell yeah. Let me get a hand check. Everybody type 1 in the chat, because I don't trust you guys. You're a bunch of gooners. Well, Numi just debuted her brand new outfit, her cowgirl model debut. And I gotta say, guys, looking at the silhouette, I was very interested in what this model was going to have in store for us. Well, yeah, there was a lot. Ari says, save a horse, ride a cowgirl, yeehaw. Holy shit, I'm happy to be gay. Let's go. Yeah, literally. Holy god damn, bro. Dude, this model is hot. I love this. I've never... we've seen a lot of the post models, right? But this right here, guys... Yeah, that's got me feeling some kind of way. Yeah, I kind of feel like Bao just like sucks. Anyway, let's see what Bao's reaction was to this.
This is our VTuber boys. I guess it's time to zoom out. Numi Nation, welcome.
God! 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 Thank you! Thank you so much!
Honestly, relatable. Relatable, that's so real, bro. That's so real.
So pretty.
I love Bao some. There it is, guys. Of course, Numi's brand new Cowgirl debut. Yeah, holy shit, bro. I think I do need a spray after that one. Of course, also, guys, we have Made Mint's brand new outfit. Take a look at this one. Very, very cute. Super duper cute. Love the summer fit. But I'm pretty sure she like lost her voice from that. It was so funny. It was so funny. So there, of course, is Mint's brand new outfit. She did go on to debut. I'm sorry, a brand new song. Check it out. It's called "Lingering Summer," guys. Yeah, it's very, very cute. Her dress is transparent, by the way. Wait, is it? Oh no. Oh no. Is it actually? Oh my god, it actually is. Oh my god. I just saw that. Holy shit. So anyway, guys, of course, there is Mint's brand new song. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, that's wild, bro. That's wild. In other news, of course, we did have another debut to talk about, and that is Octopimp. Octopimp actually was here yesterday, or was it the day before? I don't remember, but we were talking with him. I love, kind of reminds me of like, Hey It's Goblin, like his model. It's very like, I don't know, it's almost like a mix between PNG and actual like VTuber, which is so cool. But anyway, take a look at this model, guys. It's awesome.
Too busy becoming anime to watch anime. I know, the irony. Ow! Wow! Cool. You decided to knock me out and then... I need to put that on a longer cooldown than 30 minutes, man.
I love the fact that you're able to, like, it's got pre-rendered animation, so, but nonetheless, you know, still the VTuber model kind of exists. So again, it's like a mix between Live 2D and PNG, and we've seen a lot more of this, right? I think there's, let me see if I can remember his name. Hold on. I'm gonna type in Goblin. I hope this doesn't come up with anything crazy. Oh, yes, this is Goblin. He also has a very,
hey, everybody, this is Goblin, and I'm a Hey, everybody, this is Goblin 2.0, and I have legs now.
This is really cool.
I'm a live animated VTuber puppeted in real time, and now using directional keys on my Stream Deck pedal, I can walk around live on
Yeah, this is actually so
It's
fucking
all driven
cool.
by a single drawing, rigged with bones and key points. Hips, knees, ankles, heels, toes, and other goblin anatomy. The walk is powered by a motion capture library that layers on top of lip sync, head tracking, and animation triggers, all running
Yeah,
together.
I mean, kids, see, this
From
shit is
there,
nuts.
I can tweak
I love
parameters
it.
to shape the personality of the walk. My goal is always to make my stream feel like one continuous performance. When I go from walking to sitting, each key pose is actually a different rig.
Yeah, so see, like, him sitting is like an animation, rig 1 is him standing up, rig 2 is him
The
sitting down.
in-betweens become the animated
Yeah, I mean, this might
connective
actually
tissue
legitimately
that
the
stitch
future of
those rigs
animation,
together,
like-
hiding the seams of the swap. It's the magic of animation, people, so...
It's really, really cool. So Octopimp and Goblin are people you definitely want to look out for that are really, like, redefining a lot of this kind of, you know, VTuber-related technology. Just blending, like, more traditional stuff together, you know? Yeah, very, like, Adult Swim. Of course, also, Pakora did decide to debut her new Garu outfit. Take a look, guys. Yeah, I really like, I don't know what to call this one, but she calls it her Garu outfit, so very, very cute. Back up. Anyway, lots of love to her. Of course, go check it out. So let's talk about some events. Of course, we'll talk about some debuts. We'll get down to Corbo News, and then, of course, I know what your guys are here to talk about. But first up, guys, is
Calm
the
down,
Wildcard
Kojima.
Club. The Wildcard Club, of course, is a group made up of Amelie, Dokibird, Ironmouse, and Rin Penrose.
Hideous.
You know what? Flip kick, Markiplier. Damn it, he faded. Damn it, Markiplier. The Wildcard Club is, of course, made up of these 4 streamers who will be at Offkai. Why is this important? Well, keep this in mind, guys. We're going to talk about this in a bit. It's actually very, very important to one of our stories today. Of course, in other news, guys, if you'd like to, Sweet Frequency is hosting a Cobblemon event in their Discord. I'm actually going to toss the link if you want it. Let me know. I will give it to you inside of Discord. But they're hosting this event coming up July 25th, so very soon. So if you're a Cobblemon person, they are doing like a beta invite right now. You can join that. And then finally, guys, Oshi Uplink is scheduled for May 7th through the 9th, 2027 at a brand new venue at the Delta Hotels at the Toronto Airport and Conference Center. So, yeah, I mean, it's a while away, but nonetheless, that's super duper cool. We could go to that. Holy shit. Only one left our agency in anything remotely resembling a non-controversial wave. I know. I think it's funny, Captain. Somebody pointed that out somewhere. I'm like, huh, yeah, you're actually right. Holy shit. In other news, here's some debuts you want to write down. Maybe a little bit more of a controversial one, but Elara is doing her debut coming up July 25th. It's called the Alpha Look. She's going to be going into beast mode, so I imagine there's some kind of wolf inspiration behind this, but we'll find out as we get closer, guys. Of course, also, Zava is doing their debut as well. It's ready to have your socks knocked off. New summer outfit, updated model, new merch. Incentives all weekend long, July 24th, guys. Let's go take a look at that trailer.
Ilara did nothing wrong, look at her.
I think it's been a while, Mista, but nonetheless, there it is, guys. So go check out Traveler over on her channel. There's also just a few more debuts to talk about before we move on. We also have Axie, who is the Axolotl Blobfish VTuber, who is announcing their debut coming up on August 20th. Let's take a look at this one as well. Wait, what the fuck? What? Why did this turn into like a found? What the fuck is that, bro? I think I'm scared, chat. Yeah, I think I'm actually scared a little bit. Yeah, the fucking blobfish plushie is actually nuts. I mean, I love it, but also, like, I'm a little scared. Very nice. I think we've rated Axie before. No, it's just jiggle physics, perfect. Yeah, who needs booba jiggle physics when you have nose? Hell yeah. I knew VTubers were creepypastas. You didn't have to lean into it that hard. I'm gonna become just the killer, but as a VTuber. Yeah, this is Tuffy's bestie. Yeah, we definitely rated her once. Yeah, this is Tuffy's bestie, which is cool. So I'll write down that time, guys. 8 p.m. CDT, August 20th. Very, very cool. Of course, also, guys, we have Siren VT, who is announcing their debut as well. Let's take a look.
Yahoo! I'm Delulu. I mean, Serenity, your space Chunibyo. I make believe that I have magical powers, but aren't we all a little schizo? I know that my cosmodes definitely are.
Are we all a little schizo?
There's one power that
relatable.
I have. That's my pen. I'm an artist and I drew my own model. I'm also an aspiring game dev. If you're funny enough, maybe I'll include you in my next game. See you during my debut.
What kind of game are we talking about? Like,
Johnny!
Yeah, what kind of game are we talking about exactly? But anyway, here is their debut coming up August 1st at 5 p.m. CST, guys. Write that one down. Very awesome. And just one more debut I want to talk about before we move on. And that is going to be, of course, Nimusagi, who says, freshly recycled and ready to stream. New model debut July 24th at 8 p.m. PHT. could not tell you what that is in CST, but anyway, here it is, guys. So maybe convert that yourselves. Certainly go check them out on July 24th. That's this weekend. All right, guys, so we need to go back in time. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but I need you all to pay attention a moment because, well, it's about your favorite VTuber agency, Ninja Sanji. Yeah, does anybody remember a long time ago where Ninja Sanji was opening up applications for a duo, Zen Virus, oh my god, was opening up applications for a duo streamer team. I remember this, we looked at it, we were like, well, this looks like a direct way to answer back to the Fuamoko girlies, right? Well, it turns out, guys, that it looks like Ninja Sanji has actually gone through with this with some new talents. And that is, of course, these two cuties here. So here we have Purin Lalamode and Pomelo Punch. They are actually debuting today. So let's go take a look here at the trailer. Tell me what you think about it. I'm pretty sure this is the answer to the Fumoko girlies. Like 99.9% sure. I mean, they're very cute. They're very cute. Very kawaii. Yeah, I mean, the only thing they really got going for them is male VTubing overseas. Yeah, really for them all they have is like, you know, male VTubers all overseas, right? That's Ninja Sanji definitely owns that market, but I will admit, guys, they look very, very cute. Of course, kind of a little bit of like a kawaii magical girl kind of theme. So I'll keep an eye on this. I'll let you know what it looks like. It does look like they're JP only, but they needed to let you know about it. You know, the prophecy has been fulfilled, I guess. In other news, over in HoloLive actually announcing specialty music and songs made exclusively for HoloLive Dreams. We have a song here for Ina that will be coming out. A few more as well. Hold on, let me pull them up. We also have another one here for Ollie as well. I gotta say, I think this is actually really cool that they're writing specific music for HoloLive Dreams and the talents.
Freeze.
And then, of
You
course,
are under arrest. You have
wait, what?
Miranda rights, but I'm not gonna read them to you because you're.
Yep.
You're a bitch.
Tal, stop talking about yourself that way. And of course, Luna as well. So those will be all released here very soon. I'll certainly go check them out. But again, I think it's awesome that HoloLive is going out of their way to write exclusive songs for HoloLive Dreams. I love that a lot. In other news as well, guys, remember when I told you that Susui was going to be pitching for a baseball game? Well, guys, it actually fucking happened. She legitimately went out there and pitched a baseball. We were wondering how this was going to go down. I'm like, is somebody going to dress up as her? Is she going to show up IRL? Like, how is that going to work, right? Well, no, she actually ended up pitching virtually. Take a look. Bro, she's got a fucking arm. Holy shit, bro. She's got a fucking arm, dude. And of course she's up there with Miku as well. Yeah, I mean she was throwing fucking gas, bro. She was moving. So I'm guessing they tied it to like maybe like a pitching machine or something. I don't know, but I mean, dude, she cooked it. Look how fast that went, bro. Like we were wondering. So I thought it was nice to share with y'all as a follow-up. Of course, also guys, HoloLive has developed a brand new policy. This one is in regards to basic policy on customer harassment. So let's go take a look at what they had to say within this. And I actually want to go look at HoloSimp. He's only pretty good at TLDR. So let's see what he had to say. I'm going to drink my tea while this reads off.
Cover formed a policy around customer harassment, and besides the usual anti-conducts like threats and online harassment, these unreasonable demands will also be counted. Anyone who did these will range from being blocked on SNS to being sued if necessary.
So of course, you have things like unreasonable demands, demanding changes or cancellations to a talent's activities, casting collaboration without reasonable grounds, demanding punishment, apologies, or demotions of our employees without reasonable grounds, demanding the provision of goods, tickets, digital content, that exceeds what is considered reasonable according to generally accepted social norms. Reasonable according to generally accepted social norms. That, yeah, okay, have fun with that one. Repeated requests unrelated to our products and services, taking excessive and repeated requests through chat, comments, gifts, etc. So they're basically just saying, look, our company has taken measures, including legal actions against rights infringing behaviors, such as defamation and slander, but to ensure a safe and secure environment, our talents, employees, and other related parties can engage in activities and perform their duties without concerns. I've now established these apologies to firmly address customer harassment. I think it's always good to put, like a TOS, but I'm going to be honest, I don't know how you're going to, enforce this, right? Besides just, banning people. And also, something is, subjective as reasonable social norms. I don't know about all that, guys. I mean, good luck enforcing it, but nonetheless, we have seen Cover be a lot more aggressive in protecting their talents, which I think is to be applauded. I think you should always protect your talents, but also at the same time, some of this seems a little much, but we'll see. I guess they're trying to lay the groundwork to stop a lot more of the harassment that's been heading towards a lot of their talents. Hey guys, remember when we talked about this VTuber group a minute ago? The one with Amelie, the one with Doki, the one with Ironmouse, and of course Rin. But I want to talk for a moment about the Wild Card Club. If you don't know the Wild Card Club, this is actually called Studio Tangram. And that is right, guys. There are 4 captains that make up Studio Tangram. Amelie, Doki Bird, Ironmouse, and Rin Pinrose. Well, if you don't know what this is, let's head over to their YouTube, and they're going to tell you all about it, guys. That is right. Who put Amelie, Doki Bird, Ironmouse, and Rin Pinrose in the same fucking club? Well, this is a new group, guys, that all of these talents will be participating in. But there's a lot more to this as well. It's a literal studio.
I play.
I play.
I play.
I play. I play.
I play.
I play.
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 Yeah, definitely not on my bingo card as well. But it's really cool. This is just episode 0. Kind of like their announcement. So there are more episodes that have been released, as I showed you on that main page. Of course, we have more stuff here as well. But here is a little bit more of an explanation where it says, join the club. The chaos is about to try.
Hello, my name is Amelie, and I am one of the captains of the Wild Card Club.
Hi, my name is Rin Penrose, and I am one of the captains.
Oh my God, John Vtuber is part of the Wild Card Club. That's so cool.
I'm Ironmouse, and I'm one of the 4 captains of the Wild Card Club.
My name is Doki Bird. I'm one of the captains of the Wild Card Club. It's really nice to meet you guys.
I think it's going to be such a fun club. I'm very excited to meet some new people and make something together.
Looks like AR.
I was a bit confused because no one ever asks me to join on things. They never chose me for the sports team at school. What's going on?
Oh my God, us me with responsibility. Is that gonna be good or bad?
I'm gonna try my best to be the best captain that I can be, and I want to give you a big
Mouse, are you done yet?
No, I'm not done yet.
Oh, wait, can I say one more thing? I want to hang out with you. Please come by. Please
join the club.
Very, very cool to kind of, again, see all these huge creators come together to make this really cool club, of course, run by the studio. So there is a full-on episode right here. I mean, this is episode 1. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but I mean, it's very cool just to kind of see them. They talk about themselves, some of their accomplishments. Of course, I'm Mousy talking about things that happened with her back with Rolling Stone, where she got featured in that as well. Actually, I mean, do you guys want to watch it? Yeah, I was gonna say, Amelie in 3D is kind of jarring, right? Let me read what Doki said. I know we can go back and maybe we can watch it, but Doki says, the secret is finally out. I saw people are so confused, but this is not a VTuber agency company, but a music project backed by a global music company that brought all 4 of us together to create original songs, albums, and potential future performances, online and offline. Each captain will have a specific genre that we focus on to create original music, and we'll form a group with other VTubers that apply and get picked to be part of our team. Nothing else changes for us individually. I'm still an indie. I'm still doing my thing outside of this project. I see it as like a collab group that makes music together, but with the support of a music company behind it. I think this is awesome. This is not an audition, but more like an open call. Applications will be open to all VTubers, and more details will be announced about the process during Offkai, alongside who the music company is, which will also be streamed on all our channels. I mean, it's a music group, but it's more than that too. It's only like a studio because they're getting more people involved, right? Yeah, if they do auditions, I'll definitely apply for guitar. This is a VTuber-focused project. You have to be a VTuber to apply. Project staff and us captains are also looking to discover new talents. Don't be scared of applying and taking your shot. If you want to follow along on this project, remember to subscribe to the Wildcard YouTube channel for more episodes and content where you can cover more about the Wildcard Club and a project's journey from beginning to end. It's been in the works for months, and I'm so happy to finally announce it to the world. I never expected to see myself in this position, surrounded by all these talented girls beside me, and be picked as a fellow captain. I also never saw myself as a singer at first, but I guess I'm here now, haha. Thank you for your support, Dragons. I couldn't have made it this far without you guys. Like a side note, Doki's actually a really good singer. I'll be answering any questions and giving more details in my next stream for those who want to know more or are still confused. Yeah, let's watch the video, guys. Why not? I'll speed it up just a little bit, but yeah, let's do it. Hey, what's up, Unknown? How are you?
And it was great. I can do anything I want.
Not caring about trends, not caring about optimization.
And I'm so excited!
The wrong way, turn around.
Again, I'm just absolutely fucking blown away that you have these 4 girlies all together in a group. I mean, I can think of no better powerhouse of people that have come together like that in a really long time. I mean, this is literally like the 4 horsemen of VTuber apocalypse coming together and putting together this like thing. It's insane.
Just doing YouTube completely
literally the Avengers of VTubers.
Just playing whatever the hell I want.
This is what I like, and if you don't like it, well, whatever.
We're all in this together. Hello. My name is Amelie.
This is also very well. The production of this is very high quality, I have to say. Whoever is the studio running this, they're doing a fantastic job. It looks awesome.
As Monarch. I found a friend around like 13 or 14 years old. At school, I found this friend at lunch, and she was like going through anime, and secretly, I had been watching anime on TV. Like, it was really cool, so it was fun to just find a friend that had that weird interest like mine.
But yeah, Amelie in 3D is actually kind of crazy. It's almost like a gaming to me.
Disgusting. Absolutely not. We would make tea, we would cover songs, and we would just have fun.
Hello, my name is Ironmouse. So I was a very big nerd when I was a teenager. I was of poor health growing up, so I spent a lot of time indoors, and my mom also was very adamant that I studied while I was sick, so as soon as I was done, I needed to look for an escape. When I would come home from school, I mostly just watched anime and listened to music and studied.
I think this mouse see on a mocap suit is supposed to someone else. Could be wrong, yeah. I have no idea.
Because I felt like the world was
I'll be honest, it seems like it's a posed 3D model. That she's only moving the head.
On without me, so I was more like looking outside at the world, and when I would go online, I felt like I was transported into the world, and I felt like I could forget about my issues.
My name is.
Yeah, I mean that's how some of us have
a huge perfectionist.
to live. I mean, especially as a VTuber, I'm not gonna lie, like that's pretty much how most of us function, right? Like online is our world.
I'll get close to teachers, and I would go to like what's it called, like office hours, because I was like, I'm gonna suck up to these teachers. I'm gonna be teacher's pet. But then on my last 2 years of university, I rediscovered gaming. So, so I was like, oh, I should do my homework, but I could play Overwatch right now. So
yeah, guys, why study for school when you could just become a VTuber?
Really bad in my last 2 years, just because like it was like really good GPA, and then you can tell when I started playing video games.
Yeah, the 3D is great. I think they're doing AR. It's hard to tell, but I mean,
my
it
name
looks
is
great.
Rin Penrose. It's either that or John Vtuber. Take your pick. I spend a lot of my free time playing video games.
Listen, video games for escapism.
Yeah, that's
Video
true,
games
Daniel.
are
I didn't even
great.
think
What
about
does this one feel
that.
about again?
My first cover that actually got big was Crossing Field. I was actually in college at the time. I
That's
was
crazy.
working retail, just barely making rent.
Bro, Amelie has been
and I
around for
remember
so long, guys. I mean, she's been around literally forever. I used to listen to her covers, like, way before VTubing was even like a thing, you know?
I had gotten my check from YouTube for ad rev, and it was more that I had made at my job. I can quit my job and do this thing that I have loved doing for so long. And I remember telling my parents, and they were like, no. This music thing's not gonna work out, so you have to have a backup plan. Please keep your real job. And I was like, no, like, this is
I think I had no idea.
what I wanna do. Like, this is what I do, like, in my closet, in my room for so many hours. It's my love.
The way I do videos normally
Oh my God, they
is
had
a
no idea.
terrible garbage premise. What's the trending game this week? Ignore that. I do not care. You have to kind of look outside of what everyone in your circle is already doing if you want any hope of being
Yeah,
original.
Rin
You
does
just
not
have to
give
be
a fuck
delusional enough
about
to
what is
believe
going on.
that your idea is worth something. It's like fake it till you make it, right?
So.
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't really know what
she's never
VTuber
gonna
was
do that,
when
Danielle.
I became a VTuber. So the moment my artist finished the retro.
Yeah, that as
Josie
well. I mean, she's a
skin
voice
suit, or
actress
put it
as
on,
well.
I
There's
was
so
live.
much.
I was like, hey guys,
Oh
I'm
my
on
God.
the screen now.
Holy jump scare of old Doki. my fucking Christ.
When VTubing became a thing, I remember being like, I can become an anime girl on the internet?
Yeah, I was gonna say that that's like opening up the ancient archives.
I kind of wanted to try live streaming, but I did not have the confidence. And I had a friend that told me, have you ever thought about maybe using a virtual avatar to stream? And I looked into Kizuna and I instantly became a fan of hers, and I thought she was incredible and she was so funny and so cute.
I think VTubing is like a good medium for self-expression. If you're unhappy with your body, congratulations, you're anime now.
Let's go!
I woke up like this. It's incredible, because you're kind of freed of, you know, a lot of the physical factors in the real world. You can be whatever you want, as long as it's anime.
I remember when I was choosing
I mean, I can do
who I
a
wanted
flip.
to be, I kept
I mean, I
thinking
can
about
definitely do
what
a
am
flip
I,
IRL.
and
This is
the
real.
concept of a cute,
Yeah,
loving
that's me
demon,
actually
I felt
doing
like
a
that would
flip
be very
chat.
cute. I don't know, I feel devilish, I guess you could say, inside. When I redid my concept art as a devil, as a demon queen, I feel like that is me. That is myself.
I remember getting ready to debut
Holy
and stuff. And they were like,
Vishojo
oh, what
Lord.
concept
Oh
do you
my
want to have? And I was kind of thinking, right, because there are two archetypes you see quite a lot. We're going to call them small girl and grown woman who should know better. And I'm quite openly Aero Ace. I don't really mess with any of that stuff.
I am Aero Ace, and if you disrespect me, I have clearance to evaporate you on sight. Clearance from who?
Nice.
Me.
Because it's my rules. Fine.
So I decided that instead of my content kind of leaning toward that, I just gotta be a real silly little dude. That's all there is for it.
I as much as I like
Jokingly, I
Rin's
also-
design, like, obviously it's more comfortable for Rin. I don't know, I just have like a nostalgia for Rin's old models. There's just something to me like, I will always hold that model so highly in my heart. I just love it.
Monarch, my Barbie, because I get to dress her up in all of these very cool outfits, and I feel like I spend more money on
That's
her
true.
outfits than my own.
Shut the fuck up, Peter.
But it's all
Why
worth it.
are the lines still there? What the hell?
She's queen.
What's
we
this
have to,
shitty
right?
ass her name?
Honestly, I am quite pleased by the fact that I just kind of ignored all of the conventional rules. You know, be super girly,
Yeah.
be like emotionally intimate with your audience and stuff. You don't
I
really
mean, she
have
really
to kind
did.
of conform to the trends if you don't want to in order to be successful. Now, the thing here is that I really banked on being successful, but damn it, it worked.
I mean, I'll be honest, Rin kind of created the whole, like, shorts medium for a long time. You know, like,
I actually
Rin's a very
considered
important part of
retiring music.
the VTuber sphere.
I was kind of bored doing covers, I'm not gonna lie. I've been doing it for so many years, and I wasn't getting the same feeling doing covers.
Wow,
I was just doing the same formulaic thing over and over again, working by myself.
I always thought, oh, I wish there was something that I could do that would be fun, that would help me meet new people, and I could possibly connect with more people.
When VTubing came around, that kind of lit the fire again. And so for Monarch, because it felt like a new chapter, I really wanted to showcase what I could do as a songwriter as well, so that was very important to me. I wanted to write original stories and write like fantasy novels. That was a dream of mine. And so actually
Bro,
VTubing was an
Amelie is
extension of
literally,
that.
like,
I get to
such a
create
huge
character and a story
inspiration.
and
She's
a
so
lore
badass.
like I wanted to do when I was an English major, but now transition it into music. So it was like a perfect puzzle piece. It's kind of crazy how it all came together that way.
Through my VTubing journey, I've been able to take back my life almost,
VTubing was my second chance at life. Because not only did it give me more...
I mean, especially for Mousy, right? Like, she hasn't been able to leave her house, obviously with her immune deficiency, right? So I think really VTubing did, like, kind of save her, you know?
I was able to start earning
Absolutely
a living,
true.
and I was able to
Yeah,
take care of myself
Emily's
better.
been in the
Sometimes I
anime
feel like
community for a
I should
long
take a break,
time.
but I feel like I have so much time I need to make up for, and I have so much to do.
Yeah, I mean, she did
so much that I
covers
wanna do
of
because,
anime songs.
I spent so much time not doing anything that I feel like I have to catch up to like a normal person.
I hate like just coasting along, and I feel like I always want to do something. I want to do something cool. I want to do something fun because streaming is not like a long-term career. I think everyone knows that. 1 week in real life is like 20 years on the internet. So, because like people, like, you know, we have very short attention spans now, including me. I have very short attention spans.
Relatable.
So, all of this stuff that's happening right now is
Oh yeah,
very
Rin's
unbelievable.
still
to
been
me.
going.
Let alone being like on a stage and performing and singing again. I feel like I'm going to wake up from a dream any minute now, and I'm going to be back to where I was before. But I hope it's not, and I hope that it's real life.
I love collabing with other musicians, bouncing off ideas and creating something together. One song on...
I think one thing that's really nice about this whole effort, right, is the fact that you have other VTubers, bigger VTubers, willing to collab with new people, right? And I think that collaboration is so important, not only because, well, you know, we get to interact with other communities, but also in the sense that you get to create something new, right? Something special that you just can't get anywhere else, even with if it's music or just like a stream, right? I think that collaboration is so awesome in a lot of ways. It's really good to see bigger VTubers talk about the importance of it, not from like, oh yes, me want numbers, like more the creative process of it, right?
Original album, Rise of the Monarch, that I really love so much is Villain Vibes, which is actually featuring Mori Calliope. We were chatting, and I was like, crazy idea. I know we said we wanted to do something together in the future. How about now?
She told me that she was really inspired by my work and that she liked me a lot and wanted to collaborate together.
Holy
and I
Mori,
was like,
jump scared.
Really?
Oh my god.
With me? That's a dream come true.
And actually, she wrote her own.
Mori's like, hey, yo, what's up?
Because I wanted it to be authentic to her.
When I first heard the song, I was immediately like, oh wow, that's
Bro,
really...
I forgot about that
that's a
line.
high quality song.
I forgot. Why do we get a level 5 fucking Tangia dance party? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Oh my god. Alright. Everybody get ready for the dance party. Here we go, guys.
Oh, by the way, if you couldn't tell this is a Tangia party...
Wait, what? What is going on? I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you know, it's just a dance party. Pretty typical for my stream. What the fuck was that, bro? Why are we throwing it? Why are we throwing it back, bro? Is there another screen chat and save Elara from herself? What do you mean? I'm fine. I'm doing wonderful. What do you mean, bro? I'm doing wonderful out here.
You watch this content and support it, you suck. You like objectively, you're a piece of shit and you have shitty taste. I guarantee I could find 1,000 scientific reports to corroborate that. It's a fact. You suck.
What do Charlie
you,
said it.
the
Yeah, Charlie
viewers,
said it,
think
not
it
me. That's insane, bro. That's actually insane.
I feel like the combination of our
Well, I can't
energies
believe Charlie
really
insulted me
synergized
like
very
that.
well, I think.
My
And the
hero.
song is just like so, can I say badass? And it just makes me feel like so empowered
Wait,
every time
can
I
he
listen
actually,
to it.
Daniel?
And fans
I didn't
come up
know
to me
that.
and they're like, oh, it's on my workout playlist. And I'm like, yeah, games,
I haven't played
games.
Jeff in so long.
There's so many concerts and so
I
many
paid
fun,
like no
live
attention to
performances I've been doing.
Jeff in so long.
Let me think. I'm thinking. I'm finally gonna be able to perform in Puerto Rico, my home. My mom would be so excited and so overjoyed that she just started screaming, saying, "Look, that's my daughter!"
Yeah, I'm really excited for her big concert
there's
coming
so
up for
many
that.
accolades in terms of like being able to do a concert, being the most subscribed Twitch streamer. But for me personally, I think the one that I'm most proud of is just watching Mouse's kind of health get a lot better. Even now, she's been walking, which
Yeah, she's walking on a treadmill. I mean, her health is since genuinely improved so much,
Not
right?
even in the picture before.
It's
She's eating
incredible.
food now, which she wasn't before. It's like going live and putting on a great show, throwing concerts, raising millions of dollars for charity.
And it's really fun to play around in general because it's like your world building, and it's like little fun events I can do too.
Yeah, kind of. That's
like,
true.
it's fun. I'm so honored to get to do what I do. It's not work to me. It's fun.
Me,
I
I'm
mean,
going
Connor
to be
is a
doing
VTuber,
some
but
very
we don't
dumb
talk
stuff in the
about
future,
that.
hopefully, and I'd say look forward to it. And I just have.
That's happening.
This event looks really cool. Again, I really am looking forward to this group, guys. Seems like a lot of good things are going on. So I'll keep an eye, let you know what's going down. In other news, guys, I do want to talk about Face Connect for a little bit. Face Connect actually officially addressing Anya Nabis's graduation. When she did announce her graduation, we got no correspondence from Face Connect. Well, they did go on to finally make a statement back on July 19th. They said, thank you for supporting Face Connect. After ongoing discussions with Anya, we've come to the decision together for Anya to conclude all activities on YouTube and Twitter on August 1st. In the short time Anya's been here with us, he has brought up forth memorable moments and created happy memories with the community.
If I ever find one of these lying around again, I swear to God, I will stop being so polite. Get the out of my sight before I demolish you.
But what does this have to do with anything? Why are we redeeming that? He's brought forth memorable moments and created happy memories with the community. We'd like to thank you for your hard work at Face Connect and wish you the best in your future endeavors. I would like to kindly ask everybody to not speculate further on this decision, and would like to thank everybody again for the continued support for Face Connect. So, I mean, that's kind of it. I think Savi says no face citizen. She definitely did not indicate that she was going to be a face citizen anyway. When somebody asked her, she was like, what's that? So I don't think that was even on the table for her to be. So that's it, guys. I mean, it seems like a pretty clear cut. People are going to be going their separate ways, right? Essentially going back to being indie. Some of you are acting like she's going to be put down at the vet. I mean, obviously that's not the case, right? But I think a lot of people are looking forward to her opportunities and things that were going to come. But sadly, just that future timeline is just, it's been pruned, right? And other news as well, guys, I do want to talk about this new group. Well, not a new group, but they've been around for a while, actually. This is JKT, holy God, JKT48. And they're actually ending their operations effective immediately, guys. And basically, if you don't know this group, I didn't know this group before this morning, actually. This group was run in conjunction with AKA Virtual. Well, obviously, since that's defunct now, all these talents are graduating as well. So again, they go on to state here that the group was managed by AKA Virtual, but they failed to fulfill their contractual obligations and stopped communicating with this group, JKT48. And ultimately, the project has been canceled, guys. So very, very unfortunate to kind of see this be the outcome of stuff. But I'm going to read you what it says. Thank you for your support for JKT48. PT Indonesia, as a company that oversees JKT48, has officially decided to terminate the licensing contract with AK Virtual as the license holder responsible for the operational management of JKT48 Virtual starting from May 2026. This decision was taken because AK Virtual was unable to fulfill its contractual obligations both to PT IMN, and to members of JKT48 Virtual. PT IMN has had issued an official notification and made various follow-up communication efforts. However, due to the lack of response or good faith effort from AKA Virtual, we've determined that the continuation of joint operations for this project is no longer feasible. So AKA Virtual really screwed the pooch on this one, guys. Based on the situation, after discussion with the members, we've decided with a heavy heart to end the virtual project. The graduation stream is scheduled for each of these members right here. So Tana's is July 27th. Mara's is August 9th. Isha's is August 21st. And Pia's is September 5th. Along with the release of this announcement, we'd like to reinform you that all of Sami Mayano's activities as a member of JKT48 Virtual have been declared over. What the fuck, dude? I don't know what AK Virtual did other than just drop the ball here, but a whole agency, a whole group, guys, has been just eradicated. That's it. Of course, Darius says, We really tried our best to buy some time for the girls and to possibly continue things in better terms. Thank you, GOTs, who worked with me throughout the experience. Unfortunately, it's hard when the other side is stonewalling everyone. Please don't blame JKT48. I don't know what Darius is, like, association is to them. He's a manager or something like that, but he said at least that's how my interaction with this problem went. For as far as the communication goes between the two companies, I've never been involved in the talks since March 2026, so I can't really tell the full story since then. So it seems like they were involved with them up until March, but obviously that breakdown in communication is a big deal. Obviously I don't know from March till now, but nonetheless, it seems like they were part of something that went on, and ultimately that is it for them. So again, really, really sad to see a whole group break apart just because apparently a group isn't gonna, like,
that's
I don't know,
big.
like, AK Virtual's not gonna communicate with a group. Okay, guys, can we chill out the redeems a little bit? Yeah, now you're kind of pushing it. What's up, Nashu? How are you? Yeah, like, if it doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about, why are we redeeming it? Like, sorry, I got very distracted by that. It's very sad to see a whole group lose the entirety of everything that they had because their associative collaborative group does not want to actually work with them or help anymore. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Stonewalling communication. So I do think AK Virtual has a lot to answer for, but sadly we'll never get that answer, right? And that does suck. In other news, guys, let's go take a look here at what's going on in the world of indie news, and we're going to go straight down my list. Just a little bit of indie stuff, talk about the Ironmouse AI situation, and then, yes, we're going to talk about the Miyazu stuff, because I know that's what you're all here for. So, guys, unfortunately, Suzuna is having a bit of a problem here. It says, the guy who rear-ended me in March showed up to my house. What? I'm sorry, what? He showed up to your fucking house? Hell no. He's a bald and uninsured. So my insurance billed him directly for the damages. He doesn't want to pay, so he's threatening to take me to court. I can pay for my own car repairs. Okay, time to lock on my doors and gates for the night. Number one, I'm so sorry you're doing that. Number two, lawyer up. Immediately lawyer up. I doubt that if they're being billed directly and they're showing up to your house and threatening to sue you, well, let them sue you then at that point. Holy fuck, dude. I am so sorry. Yeah, just lawyer up. Please be careful. Yeah, restraining order like the whole 9 yards. Arm yourself. Like, my God, dude. That is so scary. Keep Susanna in your hearts, guys. That is wild as fuck. At least in better news, though, Elio recently got their whole brand new model funded. Elio says, I just ugly cried for 30 minutes. Thank you so much for my wormies for getting the Dr. Lotto dreams to come true. I generally thought we would get to the goal by the end of the year, but instead it took us one stream. Special thank you to Karana's chat for being such a supportive community and being extremely selfless. Here, of course, was that, rev sheet. But yes, it was fully funded. That is amazing to see. Big W. Yeah, I get the exact same way. I just my model loses all tracking, bro. Look, guys, I gotta put some good news in here every once in a while, I'm so I mean, it's depressing stuff.
On stream.
Yeah, deception. If I've learned anything from my subathon, it's never underestimate the power of chat. I've learned. Yeah, she's crying because her dream got funded for this new model. So, congratulations, Elio. That is awesome. Awesome to see. So, guys, we're always working on new VTuber technology, right? We have new 3D, we have new tracking, we have all kinds of cool stuff. But let me tell you something, guys. I never thought that I would be loading up VTuber technology to run on a PlayStation 2. Yes, that is right, guys. Serenity says, I'm creating VTuber software that runs natively on a PlayStation 2. Runs directly with the Emotion Engine. Here's a showcase of how it works. Finally, I can't wait to pull out my PS2 out of storage and use it to track my VTuber.
This is an early build of VTuber software running on the PlayStation 2. Let me show you how it works. Using the PS2 SDK, I've been developing a motion capture software that will allow the user to track their movements with the PS2. It connects to a Python script on my PC which calculates the positional data, then shares that over the network to my PS2 every frame. This will allow me to render 3D model VTubers genuinely within the PlayStation 2's Emotion Engine.
That's so cool.
No tricks, no emulation, no imitation,
so cool.
Just genuine PS2 rendering. And it won't just be face tracking. I plan to assemble full body tracking via DIY methods. Follow to keep up with my journey in doing so.
They're literally going to be able to like have a full body fucking like VTuber model within a PlayStation engine. Like, that's so cool. The first ever PS2-ber. Exactly, the first ever PS2-ber. Bro, I gotta comment on this. Hold on. Please make sure you call yourself the first ever PS. Bro, that's actually amazing. Yeah, PS2-ber. PS2-ber. Thank you, Tom, for the tier 3. I appreciate you, dude. That is awesome. Of course, guys, Essie did finally wash her hands free of the World Cup. He says, let's do World Cup until next time. She did not pull for a team at the end, of course, but she did end up streaming with Iwawa, which is very, very sweet, over with HoloLive. That was very nice. So yeah, he wrapped it all up. However, Essie did reveal that she has a daytime job, which I thought was pretty cool. So let's go take a look. I thought she was a full-time, like, VTuber, you know? But yeah, let's go look over at the HoloLive English clips every day. And we're talking about how Essie's chat was caught off guard when she revealed her IRL job.
Thank you for the gift, thank you. Wow, but it makes me so happy that you guys are so happy to be here as well. I'm so happy to meet so many new botchies. I have so many plans. Tomorrow, so for those who don't know me, I am a sheep who actually works in a hospital. I'll save you guys from the icky nasty stories because I've learned that they're probably not the best stories to share, but I work in surgery specifically. I am a nurse and I work in surgery. So I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 12-hour shifts, your typical nurse schedule. I work your typical nurse schedule. I'm usually
like 12 hours?
Monday through Tuesday. I don't stream Monday through Tuesdays usually.
Yeah, but see, it's like 12 hours.
If I do, it's on nighttime and it's like a shorter
that's crazy.
stream. But I do stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday today.
Thank you guys for the hype train. I appreciate y'all.
I stream for my Euro bocce, so everybody can tune in once. Yeah, I do 12-hour shifts, yeah. How do you still have the energy to stream? Because I love streaming and I love talking with you guys and having a silly old grand time. Yeah, I'm usually dead though for Monday through Wednesdays because
She's so
I'm very
cute, I
busy
swear to
at
God, I
work.
just want to like squeeze her,
and I
you
come
know?
home pretty late at night, so I can't stream. But
She is so cute, like I literally want to squeeze her, but I thought it was cool to find out that, you know, again, she's working like these 12-hour shifts as a nurse, but she's still VTubing it out here. I hope she's able to go full-time because I think that she certainly has the talent for it, right? So that'd be awesome. Thank you again for the hype train, y'all. Thank God it's not a treasure train this time. Oh my goodness. In other news, guys, I thought this was really, really cool. That I kind of a more personal thing for me, but I mean, if you don't know Cha-Cha, guys, Cha-Cha is one of the only, I would say, real 3D VTuber guitarist, guys. She is absolutely amazing. She's been working on a new guitar mocap, and now has all kinds of new stuff like string dynamics, glowing strap, etc., right? So I'm gonna show it to you because all of my guitar covers I've done in 3D, bro, her stuff puts my shit to shame, dude. It is glorious. Take a look at this. Like, actually having bends on the strings is nuts. And I love the strap just kind of like is flowing, so it'll always be dynamic. It's not like attached to anything. Hey Sapphire, what's up? How are you, kitty? Oh my god, long time to see you. What's up? Yeah, like I said, she puts my shit to shame, dude. Like, this is so cool. I'm doing good. We're talking some Vtuber news. Yeah, the Alexi Leho guitar. It looks awesome. Rest in peace. I had to show this to you. I mean, on a personal level, I just think it's awesome, but she is absolutely cooking. So, big congrats, of course, to her. I mean, I gotta get with her sometime because she is like unlocking shit that I'm like, holy fucking fuck, dude. How are you doing this? Love it. In other news as well, guys, Mousy ended up using a model made by a fan. This is actually Nari, who made a pastel chibi model. And, of course, it was a YCH model. Of course, you can purchase if you want. However, I thought it was really cool because Mousy ended up using this model on her stream. Nari said, I'm still processing this. I would have never imagined in a million years. I'm still shaking. What the hell? Ironmouse have been the sweetest. The moment she said my gift, I cheered her up. Through tough times is a memory that will stay forever in my heart. Thank you, Mousy. So let's see what she did.
Something looks pretty different today. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is. You're probably wondering, what is this and where did it come from? Well, this was a wonderful, beautiful model constructed by Nari, which I'm very, very thankful for.
Why? Why would you make me do this?
It's a piece of cake bacon. Alright, whoever played that gets banned. Banned! Anyway, like I said, this model was made by the wonderful, amazing Nari. It actually was a surprise. It was
it looks so good. I love it.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for making this such a special gift. And I feel like sometimes things come at the right time. And I was having a very tough week. And this cheered me up.
Yeah, I mean, the model is gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like, it's a wonderful model, but I think it's one of those things where, like, you make a model for somebody, like, as a fan, and then them actually using it is, like, I don't know, there's, like, some kind of, like, validation in that, you know what I mean? Like, and obviously Mousy is such a sweetheart. I think it's just a really wholesome moment, and I wanted to share it all with you, because we're about to get into all the heavy news, so everybody, buckle your seatbelts. I hope you're ready, Type 1, because we're going to talk about the Ironmouse AI situation, and then we're going to talk about the Miyazu situation. I know that's what you're all here for. Before we get into this, guys, I want to remind all of you really quickly, you know, one thing I really pride about my streaming community is that we come in for a conversation, right? A mature conversation. We're not here to attack people. We're not here to harass people. If you disagree, that's fine. You can share your thoughts. But I do want to make sure that because this is such a heavy thing, thank you for the hype train, y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for the big one earlier. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Irish, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I found out this was a thing was because of Nid. Nidface actually commented on this, and it came up on my timeline. I was like, I haven't seen anybody talk about this. But yeah, I want to make sure, guys, that you understand that I do not condone any harassment. And if you harass anybody about this, about any of the stuff we're going to talk about, I personally have a problem with you. I do not allow that. I don't want that. Yes, this is going to be a serious conversation. Yes, it's going to touch on, you know, very heavy topics. But I want to make sure, guys, we keep it very mature here, all right? Because inevitably, somebody's going to go on social media and clip my opinion and go, blah, 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 blah. And it's fine. I don't care. Let me take the brunt of it. But you guys do not need to be going out there and attacking anybody, all right? And I'm very serious about that. So first up, let's talk about the Ironmouse AI situation. Again, I only saw this because Nid actually commented on it, but so Felix Fitness says, I'm overjoyed. I spoke with Team Ironmouse about basing a character on her as his homage to her. I got the go-ahead, now I'm overjoyed. I'm stressed out. I know I'll do it justice. It'll be a few months before the book will be in its alpha draft. So he says, this is an homage to Ironmouse. It in no way, hello, can you pause? In no way represents her as a person who believes her values as a fictional representation of a character. Creators show the love and respect we have, her fans have of her. The love and kindness she's shown will be returned to this character arc. It's a horror-based novel with dark themes throughout, alongside wholesome themes such as love, comedy, triumph, and friendship. Well, let me play you the trailer, and you're gonna notice something right off the bat, guys. Yeah, guys, it's AI. Yeah, it's Gen AI. Now, if you might know anything about Ironmouse, she is venomously against generative AI. So of course, let's go see what Roxy had to say. I want to make sure I got all my links right, and I go in order. Here we go. Yeah, so Roxy says, promoting this using AI goes against all of Mouse's beliefs. Well, for anybody that is a surprise to you if you don't know Roxy, Roxy is Ironmouse's manager. So she kind of knows what Mousie's looking for, what she wants, etc. Right? I spoke with her very briefly during the Mighty Mouse event. She's an absolute sweetheart, but this is like the one person that like actually knows what Ironmouse wants, right? So, of course, Gaelic says, "Did you not read the end of the tweet?" Which of course they said, "I got the go ahead, and I'm now overjoyed and stressed out." And Roxy says, "You know what? I'll just have a talk with Ironmouse about this." Gaelic says, "Cool, I have the emails to prove I've got permission from her team." Well, I think that's interesting because Roxy kind of is Ironmouse's team. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, getting like a little, I don't know, pokey with Roxy is probably not the way to go with this. Like, yeah, so like, I understand you talk to a team, but, you know, Roxy says, "Okay, give me about 5 minutes. Your permission is getting revoked." So Roxy is the team, right? So Roxy, of course, goes on to revoke that permission officially, right? Well, Galen goes on and says, "Thanks for that. I appreciate your malice." Obviously, Roxy was not being malicious at all. She just like, "Hey, yeah, we don't stand for that. That's not something we want. Yeah, sorry. No, it's completely unnecessary. I wasn't making any money. In fact, any profit I would have been made going to a share between the Irish Blood Drive and IDF." Of course, they say, "Hello, Ironmouse. Mouse, I got into your content recently and adore your personality, your banter, and your positive vibes. I sincerely hope you don't mind. I have created a basic character on you. Curious homage to you and strengthened kindness and impact you've had on countless people around the world, myself included. Her storyline arc takes place over the next 2 books. The current arc, her concept art, hand-drawn, and digital art." Wait, so her concept art, hand-drawn, and digital art, along with a short theme, have been headed help her writing her scene and arc. I don't think hand-drawn is definitely a misrepresentation of what was just shown. I mean, no infringement. I'm not using your name or any of your avatar models. I'd rather not. Would you rather not go ahead with the character? I completely understand, respect that. And I said, "Hi, Marcus. That's fine with us. Thanks for asking." Obviously, right. I think they kind of misrepresented this, saying it was hand drawn. Obviously, they said if you don't want that, I would completely understand, respect that. Well, obviously, Roxy says, "Yeah, we're not about that, right? We don't want that. We revoke that." And then now they're like, "Oh, well, you're being full of malice." Well, they're not full of malice, right? They just said, you said hand drawn, it wasn't. We're very clear. Obviously, Mousy, if you watch her content, you probably know that they're very against generative AI. But to clarify, we're not about that. We don't like generative AI. Please don't. You are no longer given permission or consent to create that, right? So of course, Roxy replies with, "You're welcome. Going forward, then I'm becoming defensive and responding rudely when you're notified about something that goes against what Mouse stands for. I encourage you to take a step back and consider the feedback being given. Bringing up your charitable work doesn't change the issue at hand. The concern remains the same. You posted AI-generated content using Mouse's logo, which is not something we support. These are 2 separate matters. I agree. One does not excuse or negate the other." Of course, I go on to say, "I was in no way rude. I was simply confused why I got set upon for absolutely nothing. As you saw in the email screenshot I sent, contact the email in your profile and got the green light. Then you tell me I don't. I've contacted Irish Blood Drive regarding donating to sales of the book. Should any profit be made regarding what she doesn't stand for? It's a promo tool to advertise. Book gets written is by me as my other titles." I think somebody said this earlier. I think this person is just dense. I agree with you. I think so as well. Obviously, Mousy would not give her consent or permission to, of course, want to be part of something that had generative AI as well. She's very much against it. I kind of found this very interesting though, because it seemed like this person was like, "Oh well, yeah. So what team? Like, I already have this email. Well, You're literally talking to the team. That's Roxy, right? He was offending nobody. Yeah, exactly. That's how I kind of feel about it. So, I mean, it was a genuine mistake. Like, that's cool. But I feel like when somebody from the team is like, hey, like, look, you got to understand, you might have gotten his permission from this, but we're revoking that, right? And then saying, oh, well, you're being malice. Well, they're not. It's just, we don't. We said one thing, and it turns out that you weren't entirely honest, talking about hand-drawn. That wasn't the case. We don't want to do that, right? Obviously, if you even say, oh, well, it's promotional material, well, you still use promotional material with something that Ironmouse is heavily against. One good thing about AI-generated slop is that they have zero copyright protection. That's true. That is very true. So, found this situation to be interesting. Thanks for commenting on this, Nid, because I never would have seen this on my timeline. I was at the same manager that talked to the NTE marketers during that episode. You know, Swordsman, I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't think we ever got that information about the Swordsman. Yeah, I don't think Ironmouse ever was clear. She said her management team. So, I mean, Roxy is kind of like the Ironmouse manager, but we don't know, right? And obviously, that's not really relevant to this conversation right now. The only reason I replied to was didn't listen. Yeah, like, Roxy is like the representative of Ironmouse. Like, she says this, you should probably listen, right? Yeah, so listen to managers more about NT lying about it, but I'm not here to rehash that whole thing, so yeah. So thanks for letting me know about it, inadvertently, Nid. Alright, chat. I know what you're here for today. First up, I'm gonna stand up really quick. I'm just gonna stretch. But we are gonna be talking about what's recently going on here with Miyazu. Originally, I not planning to talk about this issue. However, I think this kind of blew up. It started involving bigger kind of thought processes. So I changed my mind now when I talk about it. What's up, Packrat? How are you? Thank you for the raid, cutie. Look at me. We're actually about to talk about a really, really big story today. So thanks for the raid. Hope you're doing well. How are you? What'd you do today? Yeah, sorry guys. I want to make sure that I try to stretch at least every 2 hours. But yeah, what you up to, sweetheart? How was your stream? Oh no, my headphones got caught under my chair. Yeah, one thing I'm really big on is I like wired headphones. I kind of hate wireless ones. I know that seems crazy, but just a little bit of post-work reacties. Oh, nice. Too tired to really dive into anything big. Well, look, I'll dive into it for you today because this is where we're going to get into the heavy stuff. So there is a particular, there's a particular part of this controversy that I didn't cover. So, yeah, less lag, exactly. I do want to briefly talk about this particular thing that happened that I didn't cover, just because it does slightly play a part. I'm in wireless headphones because I hear retarded him, yeah. On ear. Especially when I'm recording stuff or doing like music, I like to have the studio headphones. I don't understand the Bluetooth stuff for computers. I want my head right. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know some people like that. I don't like that. Okay. I've stretched. I'm ready. Alright, I gotta put in my brain cells for this one, chat. So, you're neutral on it? I'm gonna be honest, leader. I think this one is probably one of those where I don't think you can be neutral on it anymore. That's my feeling, at least. But let's get into it, guys. So, I want to talk about a situation that happened a little bit ago. I didn't cover this one, but we're gonna talk about it right now. So, not a couple months ago, maybe about a month ago, actually. It was during Sonic's 35th anniversary, something like that. There was a situation where we talked about Mia had actually been removed from the Sega content creator program, right? You guys were here for that. We covered that. Kind of been a while since we talked about it. But Miyazu, who's going to be the main person we're going to talk about today, was accepted to the Sega program and then immediately separated from it, probably because the values didn't align, right? So during after this whole debacle, which I didn't get to cover, they decided to kind of shift the target to Imsbury. So what happened was Mizu said, oh, hey, so I got let go from the Sega program, but also why is nobody complaining about Imsbury, who is part of the Sega program, right? And the two main screenshots used against Imsbury were these two, right? Now, I want to make sure that you understand this one is from a different post. She said it was the worst for anybody who voted for that man. If I remember correctly, this post was from a post talking about like tariffs, and somebody had screenshotted this. And then of course there's this Twitter post that he made. They said they missed him, and then Amy reacting in some kind of way, right? Obviously talking about the shooting at President Donald Trump, right? Now I don't know Imsbury's intention, right? I do want to I did talk to me in one of her streams, which covered this drama. Someone was covering this for right. I mean, a lot of people are, right, leader. I think there's a few points that I want to bring up that I think ultimately just for me kind of spell out where Mia's at, right? So in this post, right, this was kind of used as a way to be like, well, Imsbury does not deserve to be part of the Sega program because she was wishing harm upon the president after the attempted assassination of him, right? I personally, I will tell you, I reached out to her for a comment because I wanted to know her intention, right? Was this like a genuine shock? Was this like, what was this, right? We don't know to this day what her exact intention is on this. By being happy about murder, attempted murder says a lot about a person. And that, I think, Cook was the main narrative pushed against her, right? Now, for me, right, I want to know exactly what this means. They missed him. Is this like just like shock? Is she expressing shock? I don't know what gift this is. I have no idea. Again, I reached out there for a comment. I tried to find out. I'm not sure. I don't know if, sitting there, obviously celebrating murder, attempted murder is wrong in my opinion as well. I agree with you. But I don't know if she was just expressing shock or what this gift was exactly, right? So I don't want to assume any intention without checking, right? So I'm gonna put this out here for you guys to let you know about it. This was a point of contingency that happened that I did not cover, right? At least you know about it. Again, I don't know Imsbury's intention, what this meant. Maybe it was just they missed him. She was in shock. It's vague, right? I think it's hard to assume intention. I don't want to assume the worst already. I don't know. Given I wish the worst comment right there, I think the intent is pretty clear. I don't know, right? I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I want to check. But remember, this had to do with something tariff related, right? So this is a completely separate post. But obviously, people, said, hey, she clearly is wishing for the death of the president, which I personally believe is wrong, right? So there you go. I've already stated that back in the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I don't think anybody deserves to lose life due to like violence and things like that. I think that's wrong. And even same with the president. If you disagree with him, etc., etc. There's lots of other ways you could go about XYZ punishment, like jail or something like that, instead of wishing murder and death upon somebody, right? So obviously, if she did wish that, then yes, there would be a question for Sega as to why she would be a partnered person, right? I don't know if she meant that. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I at least want to let you know this is going on, okay, guys? Yeah, I mean, this was from, 2024? This one was for after, so... Right, exactly. Political violence is still violence. It can be celebrated. I think we can pretty much all agree to that. So, there it is, right? Disagree with some of it, I was resorting to extremes. Exactly. 100% agree. Depends on the context. If we knew the proper context, it's bad behavior. Never let politics infect your headspace. Exactly. I mean, maybe this was just reaction. Maybe she was like, oh my God, what happened? Like, I don't know the context, so I can't tell you that. I tried to find out. I didn't get a comment. That's okay. So take from this what you want, but I'm just putting it out there because it is important what we're going to talk about. So let's get to the main thing that I want to talk about today, though. And I think that's the point that Wog makes here as well. For me, I'm not making any judgment until I get some context because I just think it's vague. I think it's vague. This one, was pretty clear because it was talking about like tariffs from Trump, if I recall correctly. If I recall correctly on that one. This one though, I'm just not sure. Anyway, this will be important later, but the main thing I want to talk about today is this right here, what Miyazu had to say. So here we go, guys. I think that connecting to screenshots creating context may or may not be true, right? I think so as well, yeah. I think it's good to me, but fair enough. I think there's enough, like, vagueness or doubt that, like, I can't damn you for it 100%, and that's my point. To me, it says, so you're gonna decline my request because I don't have the same, thinking process. There goes, well, it's $5,000 you could have earned, but you decided to be unprofessional. So here's what she had to say. This commission has been declined. So she reached out about a commission from this artist to make this TV model, right? I don't know why she said $5,000 because it was only 200. Maybe she purchased multiple, but the artist went on to say, thank you so much for your interest in my work. I really appreciate the support. I won't be able to accept your commission due to a conflict of ideals. Have a wonderful life. So before we continue, guys, Mia is ascertaining here that she is unprofessional. Do you feel like the artist was unprofessional? I mean, maybe with all this stuff, it was more than $200. I'm gonna be real with Nova. I don't think so. I don't find that backhanded at all, especially with the little emojis and stuff. I don't think you can apply intent on a message like that, right? Like, there's just not enough. Again, she said, I appreciate your support. Won't be able to accept your commission. You know, have a wonderful life. Like, you know, to me, this is not unprofessional. This is very kind. God damn it. Tal, thank you for the 10 gifted, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, dude. Again, I don't think the artist was mean. I was written with malice, as Meat Mommy says. I think this message is just very clear. We appreciate his support, but I won't be able to have your commission due to conflict of ideals. I have in my TOS personally to reserve the right to decline a commission for any reason, just like any other independent worker. Exactly. Right. What I would, to your point, Packrat, what I would actually find unprofessional is you putting this person on blast. Why? Why do you need to put this person on blast? They don't want to work with you. Have a difference in ideals. They were very kind to you. Move on. Find another artist that does want to work with you, right? This could have literally just been okay, that's cool. I'll move on. Why are we trying to create outrage over something that doesn't deserve it, right? Of course, more follow-up to this. Mia says, why are you doing a call-out post? So I don't know, maybe because being declined over beliefs is just wrong. It's artwork in your job. Learn to separate that stuff with your clients. I don't care if art requests got declined. Happens, but this here was uncalled for. Again, we're gonna get into a main conversation, chat, of does the artist retain the right to decline something over whatever they want? You know what I mean? Exactly. You hired a freelance artist to fulfill art for you, right? And they declined that. Artists are allowed to decline any job. Now, I will tell you what people are bringing up is a court case that happened a few years ago as a comparison, calling people hypocritical. This case is called, let me find the exact name of it again. I'm sorry. The Masterpiece Cake Shop versus the Colorado Civil Rights Commission, which we're going to talk about that here in just a bit. But in my viewpoint, I don't think an artist should drop the job once the job is being worked on, but they didn't decline beforehand. Well, that's what it is, leader. They didn't start. Yeah, so the way VGen works, leader, is you do a request, and then they can decline the commission. So yeah, this wasn't started. This was never started. They reached out, they said, hey, I'm requesting this, and the artist said, I don't want to do this, right? They declined working on that commission. Like, it is mine, yeah, so I'll get there, Red, trust me. But I wanted to establish at least that I don't think the artist did wrong here. I think that they're entitled to take on any work they want to, take on any work they don't want to, etc., right? It's up to them on what they want to do. I think that, being declined over your beliefs is just wrong. It's artwork in your job. There's a lot of reasons that people can decline something, including ideals. They can decline something. Maybe you don't feel like they're good fit for it. Does anybody remember, type 1 in the chat, does anybody remember the Brazilian artist that got a bunch of backlash last year for not wanting to draw a gay couple? Does anybody remember that? And the same thing that we talked about then was, there's a lot of reasons. Maybe they felt like they were not good at drawing that kind of stuff. Maybe they just didn't want to draw it. They were allowed to decline that all they wanted to, right? And it kind of, the same thing stands here, right? They're freelance artists. I'm going to actually read to you the definition of freelance here in a minute. But we're also going to look at, of course, why Mia thinks that this was ultimately turned down. Mia goes on to say, my ideals, if people are unaware, women are born as women, men are born as men. Trans surgeries are wrong. You're hurting your body. You will not force me to comply with somebody else's beliefs. You don't agree, that's fine. I don't hate you for it. I wouldn't block you if you feel different. However, I will if you harass me. So I think what's interesting for me is this comment is on this one, right? I think that her thought is this is the reason as to why it was declined. Am I making a leap here in logic? I really think that she believes this is the reason that this was ultimately declined. The ideology and the difference in beliefs with trans surgeries or identity, gender versus sex, things like that, right? I think if they didn't agree to that, she had to pay for it, the artists have no obligation. Right, exactly. I think that would make sense, right, Nova? And I don't think that's a crazy leap. But what I find odd about this is why she thinks it's this when she's been mired in plenty of other controversies, including telling trans people that they have a mental illness, losing a sponsorship to Sega, then attempting to, move her personal responsibility to a different controversy, racist / edgy jokes, use of generative AI. I mean, it could be the laundry list of reasons as to why they decided to not want to work with you, right? Maybe they looked at Sega and said, oh, Sega dropped this person. Oh, well, I really like Sega, so I don't want to support that. AI might have been a big reason as well. I think it's very odd that this is her main kind of reason as to why she thinks it was declined. And I think that she doesn't have the insight to understand that she's been a part of multiple controversies that people might not want to work with her because of that, right? There's got to be a point where you understand that your actions have consequences, whether you agree with them or not. It would be nice if Vitiga was to explain what the problematic deals were. But no, I'll be honest, not expressing why that is, I think is a much more professional way to go about it. Typically, when you separate from somebody, right, you try to keep it as generalized and as vague as possible, because when you do that kind of stuff, right, to me, it's just unprofessional of listing that reason out. So I don't think they needed to. I think actually the saying conflict of ideals is a very soft way to let somebody down, right? And again, they don't even have an obligation to. So again, I think it's really strange that she thinks it's just the trans thing, when it could be the laundry list of other stuff, right? Again, the only reason that anything, the only reason that, all right, let me back up because I want to make sure I word this correctly, because it's very important I word this correctly, right? The biggest reason that I had a problem with her to begin with initially is because she was telling trans people that they had a mental illness, right? Obviously, you are able to believe in whatever the fuck you want to believe, right? That's fine. But when you start impressing your beliefs upon people and also misinforming and miseducating people, when experts say that, yes, being trans is not a mental illness, you're literally going against what more educated people are telling you about a situation, right? You're misinforming people. And I have a problem with that, right? Yes, I agree with this, Jan. So I'm going to talk about this more. But I think that when the core of your content is basing yourself on outrage, you're not going to last. You're not going to last. He even said I've been quiet about it for months, but the thing is like, he hasn't, right? And also, I thought she said she was going to drop it, so what happened to that? So there are some separate things that had also come up, guys. I'm going to talk about, there's a Shadow the Hedgehog incident, and there's also an AI incident as well. So let's go look at these, because these are equally as important, right? Jokes, it wasn't racist, transphobic, just her opinions. I've been watching her. She doesn't seem to be farming drama at all. Her content isn't based on it. I feel like it's a weird narrative. Here's the thing, though, leader, right? Here's the thing. With that joke that she made, right? The person said that they were uncomfortable with it, right? So, why would you continue with that, right? Like, why would you not practice any sort of empathy, right? On top of that, too, when your opinion is transphobic, that's no longer just an opinion. That's harmful, right? And that's the core of what I'm trying to get through about this particular thing, right? He has told people that they have a mental illness. That is transphobic. That is flat out. It's misinformation. And that's the point that everybody wants to keep dodging around when it's so important. I mean, leader, so obviously humor is subjective, right? Yeah, obviously it's more so ignorant and hateful, which I agree, leader, 100%. So I'm going to put the joke thing to the side because we've already talked about that enough, right? But I agree with you, leader. She is absolutely ignorant, but just because you're ignorant doesn't mean that you can't be hateful. You can be ignorant, and that leads to hate. Because you're ignorant, you're being hateful. Those do not have to be mutually exclusive. In fact, most people that are ignorant, I would argue, end up being hateful because of their ignorance. And this is my point. She is not educated about it, and this is where she falls apart, right? This is why she's transphobic, because she doesn't understand or bother to understand. And that's my main point, leader. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hold on, we're going to get to the AI. Yeah, let me go back. That is my main point about all this. So when you say that she's not transphobic, well, she's told people they have a mental illness. I have the clip. I've shown it multiple times. That's the problem. That has always been my problem since day number 1 where I said something. That's always been my problem. And I don't see how you can defend that. You know, I think it's very, very clear. I don't see how you can defend that. Yeah, and people try to explain that to her. And she said she just doesn't care. So, of course, some of the other controversies here are obviously, AI stuff. This is clearly AI art with chain of memories involved. She also has some other AI art here as well. He says you're never kicking any of us out. I'm a proud Sonic fan. There it is, right? So, I mean, obviously the use of generative AI might have been another reason as to why she was not, why the artist might have ultimately turned her down, right? You know what I mean? I mean, sure, I get why she said it, right, leader? Like, I understand. I have enough empathy to understand why she said it, but it doesn't mean it's right, you know? Yeah, it definitely doesn't mean it's right. And I can understand that you're trying to, I can understand you're trying to argue in defense of her, but legitimately, being hateful is being hateful, period. It's very black and white, you know what I mean? It's very black and white. Like, whether you're ignorant or not, it's still wrong. I do too. I think the artist was very nice in turning her down, but obviously your use of generative AI might be a reason as to why the artist might have turned you down as well. So let's say we're just taking a wild bullshit argument. Being transgender is a mental illness. Mental ill people participate in society every day. Are the most basic human rights based on mental illness is wrong as well. Transphobia is not okay, just like it's not okay to be abusive to a schizophrenic person or bipolar person. Pure cinema. Pure cinema. Thank you, Captain. I appreciate that. It's okay to have differing views, guys. It's okay to have differing views. And even if I heavily disagree with some of your views on stuff, I think there is a point that we can say, okay, you know what? You're gonna believe what you're gonna believe, and I can walk away, and you can walk away, and that's fine, right? But when you're misinforming people, you're attacking other people, or being transphobic, there's a line for me. Bigotry, racism, transphobia, those are unacceptable things, right? I think that anybody would agree with that in the world, right? So anyway, I don't want to divulge too much because we're really getting into it. But, of course, here's the generative AI. That might be a reason that the artist did this. There was also this Shadow the Hedgehog thing. He goes on to say, if you don't like me or my community, stay away from us. If I'm using a new model like the Shadow model, don't be shocked when we call out things like top scars. We have nothing to do with what literally Sonic is about. We aren't snowflakes. We're calling out things that taint stuff that we're supposed to get us out of politics. Right, exactly. Ignorance is not an excuse anymore, right? Yeah, you guys keep forcing that stuff onto us. It's actually ridiculous. It feels more like a message than anything else. People saying turn it off from his point entirely. I've really spent time to add that in. It doesn't change what's in there. So apparently there's something going on where she's upset about Shadow's top scars. I guess let's see what this is. I gotta be honest, I'm not very familiar with this clip.
Yeah, it's a free model. So hey, if you wanna become a VTuber, you can have Shadow.
Thank you, Hollow. That's my point.
Why is the skin? Oh yeah, they usually do that with Sonic. They always like. A lot of the fandom tend to make the Sonic characters really dark. At least with Shadow or like it's unnecessary. It's SA2 Shadow specifically. It would be more no. If it was SA2, it'd be yellow skin. It's really weird.
And guys, just really quick, right? I'm gonna take a moment here. There's people in chat that disagree, right? And that's okay, right? It's okay to disagree. Well, let's be respectful, please. Let's be respectful. Like, I'll be honest, I appreciate when Leader is here and has a conversation because it allows me to have more empathy for the other side. So if you don't like what certain people have to say, that's fine, but nobody's being hateful, right? So listen to what other people are saying. Yeah, anyway, so we're complaining about it, but just don't use it.
Talking as a woman with a Shadow skin. I wish they had a silver one. If they had a silver one, I would like make it an item and I'd probably put him on my shoulder. The edge, literally the prickly spike hitting the camera, hence the hitting the chat. I wonder what it can do. Let me see. I never actually tried this. I like how the ears move when I move my eyes. Chaos control? What is this? Oh shoot! Oh my goodness, that is actually really cool.
I remember this model came out, I sent it to Kohi.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, I was like, Kohi, please play this.
The fangs are a little too much. Let me see, what else we got? Chaos.
Oh yeah, Sonic fandom is very much LGBTQ plus.
Oh?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Really awesome, dude. That's really awesome. Expression is impressive. Yeah, no, it is, bro. What else we got? Let's see. Tail wag? Why? Why? Hold on. Why do you need a tail wag?
Yeah, they very much are spindly.
What? They're not a dog, bro. Use it on Shadow's birthday? You're right, I could. If you could, you can do the sign off and say Chaos Control when you do the outro screen. You're not wrong, yeah. What else we got? Top scars. Don't tell me that's what I think it is. Oh, are you actually kidding me? They have breast removal toggle. Well, that's gonna be a clip. I am definitely posting this. That's crazy. It look like closed eyes? Yeah, it looks like closed eyelashes. That is so... Oh my god. A biological male. Yeah, it is a biological... Dude, I didn't know this, I swear. I didn't know it had that. Highlight eye and colors? Oh, you can change the colors. It really sucks, though, that, like, they put in so much effort only to ruin it because they freaking put their ideologies in crap. It's so annoying.
I think this was read way too much into, right? Pushing ideology because of an optional toggle on a free model, right? I think you're reading way too much into it. Yeah, like, just ignore it. Like, now I think I've established a pattern, right? There's moments where you have things that come up, right? And you have such a hard time, like, moving on with your life, right? This is not a way to live your how you are, right? If you're constantly looking into creating problems out of everything people are doing, and you're reading into it that they're trying to push some agenda that's just not even there, I don't, personally, I would not want to live a life that way. Like, but why would, like, you got declined because you're controversial. Like, you cannot tell me, Mia, if you're listening to this, you cannot tell me that you're not controversial. You cannot tell me that you do not realize that you are a controversial person, right? You have to understand, people are not going to want to work with you. People will decline working with you. That happens, right? Stuff like this as well. This is such a nothing thing. Like, why does it matter, you know? Like, but it's a free model with an optional toggle. I'm making this up shows how much. Right. It's just, it's manufacturing outrage. I don't know what her intention is for relevancy. I don't know. I think ultimately when I'm looking at Mia's stuff, there's a pattern for me that I'm just like, my question is why? Do you lack the emotional intelligence to control your thought processes of your emotions? Like, I don't know, right? But of course, we were talking about how Shadow with a coffee-colored skin aesthetically works better either way. I think it blends too much with the dark fur. Somebody says, I feel like shouldn't have to be explained, especially for a character like Shadow. I guess we were talking about like how there's like a difference in the color of the fur, right? Must be mad because the top scars remind you of your flat chest. Okay, that's nothing, right? Why they tan him? Argument against this isn't a big deal. Why did you add it? Why take the time out of it? It's a big deal. Doesn't matter. Doesn't melee does. I mean, again, it might even be a joke, you know? Sometimes people add toggles as like a meme, you know? Politics and its people you don't like existing. How does the controversy? Shadow's a boy, not a girl, or trans race, someone understands. Ideologies and trans people exist and are represented even slightly in something that ultimately turns out to be completely optional for cis people to use or not. God, your miserable. He went to Nothing Burger Buffet and started chowing down with his post genuinely. So, I mean, Captain, I'm gonna be honest. I think so. I think so. Looking at what's been going on, I think so. Musu is this one right here. That would be my guess. So this was another kind of controversy that happened. People arguing about that. Also, of course, why I brought it Imsbury earlier is because people are talking about how she's copying Imsbury. But again, I don't think there's like a history of her, but I mean, you can at least see Imsbury has this thing on and she used this. I mean, is this like indicative of she's copying everything she did? Of course not, right? Obviously not, but I think it's just an extra thing to add to the list, right? Yeah, I don't think there's like a lot of correlation, but people are pointing it out, so I'm gonna point it out. So Mizu goes on to, I don't know. So Mizu goes on to say the artist does not want to work with someone controversial. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, can we stop right here? The artist does not want to work with somebody controversial. That's their right. That's entirely fair. If they don't want to do that, dude, they can walk away. That's totally cool. Why would you have a problem with that? You know what I mean? Cheerleader, and I can understand that, right? Yeah, I can really understand if she doesn't like the comparison. And to be honest, I think that's such a detractor from the main conversation. Like, I don't even know why that's a thing, right? But this is suggests you would get angry at an artist for working with someone who does not share your views. No, I would understand. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. Like, are you unintentionally telling yourself you do not see us attacking someone just because they commissioned a trans artist? Why would you? But the moment someone commissions a person like me who disagrees with you, you instantly try to shame it. I don't understand the point of this post. I think this is very clear. The artist is allowed to freelance and do whatever they want, right? I will define freelance for you in a little bit, guys. But yeah, just move on to another artist. It's really that simple. But I think ultimately one thing to remember, guys, is, this is from her mouth, right? Yeah, this whole call-out post fiasco is going to hurt you in the long run. Any company you're trying to work with is going to find it will likely see use their brain risks. I don't care. Okay? I mean, that's cool. Like, if you don't care, that's fine. But you got to understand, you have made your bed. You have to lie in that, you know? Like, whether you think it's controversial or not, doesn't mean it isn't. You know what I mean? You might not agree with it, but nonetheless, it still is, right? I haven't got problematic, but idiots, but people still work with me. Sure, I mean, absolutely, Kitsu. I get exactly where you're coming from. And I don't care, it's not going to help make people want to work with her in the future, exactly. Like, so, I want to go back in time. Remember when I made a viral TikTok that I said she ruined her career? It's because of things like this, right? There's a pattern of you causing outrage about things that, number one, are just not worth it. Number two, it's very unprofessional. And number 3, I think that you are just ignorant and uneducated about a lot of stuff, and you're pushing your opinion out there, and it's hateful. I do think it's more professional just to your work and not care about it because it's your business. Yep. Then I did the based on reviews too. Sure. Yeah, it's just like it feels like it's constant like creating a problem. You know what I mean? And now I'm talking about it, and I'm platforming this, and I'm bringing more attention to it. And I know that's exactly what the intention is, and I don't like doing that because I don't want to give somebody some type of attention that is obviously based in bad faith, but also at the same time, like, I feel like we have to talk about this because it's unfair to everybody who doesn't have a place to go to talk because you can't go to Twitter talk about this because you're gonna get fucking mobbed.
I can understand that might be hurtful, especially if it's an artist you really want and respect, but sometimes you just gotta take the L.
Sometimes you just gotta take the L and move on. Again, just because I don't agree with you and you say I don't want to work with you, okay, awesome. You know what? Thank you so much for your time. I'll go find somebody that does. And that should be it, right? That should be it. So I want to go look at some responses, and then obviously I'm going to dive into something that is very important to this overall thing, right? This is Cheryl, the actual artist. Thank you all who are defending my work. I really appreciate you. I'll go with tons of disgusting DMs of people trying to enter my Twitter account. That was so crazy, LOL. Yeah, exactly. The artist was kind. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be so real, guys. This is why I don't engage in Twitter society, Twitter culture anymore, because it's just not worth it. I would rather talk with you guys about it. And at least, like, with Leader and I, who are normally on the opposite side of stuff sometimes, at least I can be like, okay, well, I see where you're coming from. I disagree, but, at least I see where you're coming from, and we can be adults. Anyway, Cheryl says, I will go with tons of discussing DMs of people trying to enter my Twitter account. That was crazy. Anyway, I don't want to make my Twitter something about problems or anything like that. I only love doing Vtuber models and show the things that I can do. Everybody can have an opinion about my work, and that's okay. We're humans with different opinions, and that's what makes us humans. Only please be respectful. I never disrespect you, and I'll never do that. And I think hearing this from them, I think just, for me, like, validates their original message of they were just being kind. I'll probably never post something like this again. Being a good person, respecting everybody's free doesn't cost that much. That's all. I'm only a free monkey reading all your bad comments without knowing my life. Yeah, again, it just feels like manufactured outrage to me. So, I do argue a lot based on Twitter too, but it's nice to have someone chat to. Yeah, like, I'm not doing the Twitter thing anymore. I'm over it, dude. To be honest, legitimately, I don't have time. For people that do that, I tip my hat to you, but bro, I just don't have time for that. So, let's also go look at some of the responses, and then I want to talk about something that's being brought up as well. So, Ivory says, yeah, I'm going to direct quote it. Firstly, a call out post. It's also unprofessional of you. Don't preach what you can't upload. Or uphold, sorry. Secondly,
no, you will go fight people on Twitter for our entertainment.
Right? While it's your source of income, most VGen artists do art as an enjoyable hobby. They're not required to accept every com that comes their way. Especially when it comes to model Vtuber assets. I mean, what if they looked at, I mean, obviously they said ideals, right? But what if they looked at me as model and like, I'm not very good with the color pink. I'm sorry, I turned down your stuff, right? Like hypothetically, what if she applied for a con appearance, right? And they denied her. Is she gonna get pissed off? Is she gonna scream, oh, well, they're biased and discriminating against me? They might not just want you because you're controversial. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there could be multiple reasons as to why that might be. And that's my point too. How are we going to call the artist unprofessional but put them on blast?
Honestly,
and then sit there and say they're discriminating
she could have solved
against
this problem by just finding artists that would accept commissions from people who could care less about drama or ignores whatever brain-rotted stuff on the internet is going on the web and sticks to being professional enough to accept her. Especially with how frustrating she is getting. And I say this in a neutral mindset. Don't poison the well.
I think I kind of get where you're coming from. Now that I like reread that, I think I get where you're coming from. I mean, obviously I don't know her intention, Leader, so it's kind of hard to say, but I think the one thing you and I both can agree on is she has a pattern. You know what I mean? There's a pattern of causing an issue on something that ultimately probably just was like, you need to hold the L. You just need to take the L, you know? That's how I feel about it, right? the other thing too is like, I think if she didn't operate in such bad faith all the time, I would have been willing a long time ago to sit down in a room with her and be like, hey, let me explain to you why you telling trans people that have a mental illness is wrong. I would do that in a heartbeat, right? Just like I would love to sit down with Leaflet and talk about generative AI. Or even her and be like, hey, this is why generative AI is wrong, right? I would rather always seek to educate over attacking somebody. I've always been that way, but when you operate in bad faith, you're done. That's it. GG. It's like, that gets thrown out the window. Exactly. And then other artists see this right now. They're not going to work with her.
Also anti-trans?
I have no idea, Darth. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, Ims did not, even like, yeah, nothing happened from that, by the way. She just ignored it. I think comments on YouTube where people are grabbing me to call them out and saying this is why people will use AI, but here, why? one artist turning down the money's commission does not mean that you need to resort to AI, and that doesn't also count for the entirety of the artist community. Like, that's such a visceral reaction to one artist saying, I don't want to work with you. That's not even an excuse to like be like, oh, you don't want to work with me? Well, I'm gonna go use Gen AI. Like, what? That's such a leap. But of course, especially when it comes to model VTuber assets, I've seen it firsthand. Artists have been forced to quit over a problematic streamer they worked with. If they don't feel they can morally accept your commission, then they have every right to decline it. Learn basic respect. Guys, not everybody wants to take your money. Some people, their morals are more important to them. And that's their prerogative, and that's okay. I don't know what this is called. Maybe somebody smarter than me can tell me this, but I truly adhere to the fact that people should be allowed to be autonomous and decide what they want to decide, right? As long as they are not affecting other people in a negative way, or being hateful, or bigoted, or transphobic, or this, or all those other things, right? I think that should be the foundation of how we function as human beings. I don't know what that's called, right? There's probably a belief system that falls under, but I think that you're allowed to believe what you want. And if you are minding your own business, yeah, I guess so. Like, if there's somebody who disagrees with me about something, right? And I disagree with them, okay, you know what? As long as you're not being hateful about it, that's fine. What I miss, we're talking about me is you right now. So here was one response. Got a couple more I want to show y'all. Yeah, you're all good. Where somebody says, Sendo says, you know, are you stupid? Talking about what Mizu said. Mizu says, not to be that guy, but businesses quite literally can't refuse service for any reason. There's a collection of reasons they are explicitly barred from using, but no political beliefs are not one of the reasons. However, if you believe this, you also have to acknowledge and support potential clients exposing the recent businesses discriminate. I'm saying we're just calling this out as a problem, but only scare out people that artists already refuse to do work for. Obviously, yeah, you can refuse stuff for multiple reasons. In fact, wasn't there a whole court case called, you know, Master Beast Cake Shop versus Colorado Civil Rights, where you were allowed to turn down stuff? Like, there's a ton of reasons you can turn down things. First, this person says, are you stupid? You're only owed any kind of service. Brands are in this case contract workers are not obligated to work for you. If you serve as a threat to their future job prospects, protecting brand identity by cutting out problematic people, absolutely legal. And I think this is the first time that I've seen brand protection kind of brought up. And I think it's important, right? Maybe you don't want to work with somebody that they're controversial, right? You don't want that associated with your brand. Or businesses do this all the time. Gamer subs, maybe not gamer subs, but what's the other one? Advanced GG, right? Advanced GG did this recently. There's a lot of times where this is just, it's a thing that happens, you know? Some people don't want to do that, and they're allowed to do that. They can protect their identity if they want to. On top of that as well, guys, you know, it's a freelance artist, right? A freelance artist, literally, listen to what I'm going to say, is a self-employed person who does specific projects for different clients. Instead of working for one boss, they act as their own boss. They set their own hours, choose their jobs, and work for multiple people at the same time. Again, they take on what they want to take on. They don't have to work with somebody if they don't want to, right? Pretty sure the original case situation was refusing to work with a gay marriage cake. It was. And we're going to talk about it. Yeah, it's freelance. They can choose whatever the fuck they want to do. We're going to talk about that cake thing because that was actually something that got brought up. And that's actually the main reason why I wanted to talk about the situation because I learned a lot the past couple of days, and I hope you guys will too when we talk about this. Of course, Melee says people forget businesses have the right to refuse service to protect their brand image. I'm not sure why it's such a shock to some people. This is just common sense. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's pretty easy to be like, well, it harms the environment and it steals from people without their consent, right? But you know, I'd be willing to hear out some arguments. Soon says people are getting mad at this artist, but I totally understand not wanting to work with somebody who uses AI. Because what if they feed your work into AI next? This right here, guys, this right here. This is such an important point, right? What if your future work, you're against generative AI, you're worried about her who is obviously pro-generative AI, feeding your stuff into other things. Yeah, or even just get Nova, like take the out. If it doesn't, if it doesn't align with you, it doesn't align with you. That's it. That's okay. Robbie says, an artist who does a lot of commission work, it's very normal to decline clients over politics. Because I don't want my work associated with statements I find harmful, uncomfortable, let alone, again, we don't even know the actual reason was politics, right? I stand by my beliefs. I'm not sacrificing them for monetary benefit. That's spineless. Look at another person just like, yeah, you can decline it all you want. Like, why would it matter? Sorry, now as I'd like to add, I'm very lucky to have this ability. I would immediately assume malice from any artist who doesn't get to pick and choose work as easily, especially doing corporate or contract work. Be able to, however, then keep your integrity. It's more valuable. Usually people don't want to discuss AI because lots of time AI bros can be very volatile. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Yep. I mean, I think there are people who would have a genuine conversation. And I'm always willing and open to that, right? Because how am I supposed to better my arguments without, you know, letting people talk, right? Or hearing out what other people have to say. If I'm just closed-minded, that doesn't help. Of course, Kitsuniro says, I'm going to say something that's about to make people mad. No one on here has nuance. Just because one artist refused to work with you, or maybe a handful of them, does not mean that you're no longer able to find another artist who doesn't want to work with you, or that wants to work with you, or that you have to air that shit out for clout. And that's my exact point here, too. It's like, you don't have to try to air this out for clout or outrage or whatever. Like, there's going to be an artist that probably wants to work with you, right? So why not just go ask them? It literally is crazy to me. Like, so I do want to talk for a moment, guys, because what people are doing is bringing up a thing that happened a few years ago. So Amiku News says, isn't this a gay wedding cake situation? And we all agree that refusal of service on personal beliefs is okay. Well, that was kind of the case, guys, with a court case that happened. Somebody else says, refusal of service isn't inherently unprofessional. Only unprofessional part here is the emojis. The choice of words here are completely professional. It's actually justified for expressive or creative works to refuse ideals they disagree with. He says it's okay to decline a request. They can choose that, it's fine. Probably when you're going to decline, it's because of a different opinion. It has nothing to do with artwork itself. It's their side job, and they're taking opportunities away from them because of this. But that's the thing, right? Like, you have to understand it at its core, right? Probably when you're going to decline because of a different opinion has nothing to do with artwork itself. But it does. That's the thing, right? The artwork in itself is drawing for you. And that artwork represents you. That is you, right? What if you fed into generative AI? They might not be okay with that. I think that you have to understand that the artwork, in a lot of senses, is an extension of you, right? Or even if they're just uncomfortable with it, they can decline it. You know what I mean? So if you're saying it's okay to decline a request and you choose that, it's fine. I don't see why we're on about this part in particular. He said, no, that's it. It's their side job and they're taking opportunities away from them because of this. But that's their choice. They don't have to, you know what I mean? It's their choice to work on what they want to work on. So people were comparing this to the Masterpiece Cake Shop versus Colorado Civil Rights Commission court case. There's a lot about this. I'm going to give you a kind of a TLDR. And again, guys, I'm not an expert on this court case by any means, but I did do at least 3 hours of research yesterday and bring myself up to date on this because I'm gonna be honest, guys, I had no fucking idea really about this. This court case took place when I was, you know, I wasn't even like an adult at that point, right? So So kind of looking at this, Masterpiece Cake Shop, this was basically, what happened was a gay couple went into, Masterpiece Cake Shop and asked for a custom cake to be made. Well, what happened was the business said, well, I don't, right, I mean, I wouldn't even agree it's the same, right, leader, but this is the comparison that people are bringing up. So the baker said, well, I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to work with you, right? I'm not going to do a custom cake because, you know, this is, at the time it was against Colorado law. That's not something I believe in, but I would love to sell you something else, right? Well, obviously this blew up. It got taken to court. And a Masterpiece Cake Shop lost in Colorado Civil Rights Court. But this actually was 2017, decided in 2018. This was actually pushed to the Supreme Court, in which the Supreme Court actually said, well, he is allowed to, he was allowed to turn down that request, right? Ultimately, my kind of takeaway from this was, yeah, exactly. I was in high school when this happened. I don't even remember this, but basically with that TLDR, Supreme Court said, well, this guy could turn down this stuff because his personal beliefs. He didn't say, I'm not going to, you know, he wasn't discriminatory in this sense. I'm not going to serve you guys, so you can't come in my store or anything like that. He just said, you know, I'm not going to put this on a cake. And that's kind of where this, this whole thing was. There is more to unpack on this. This same guy got in another instance in 2023 with somebody that wanted a trans message written on a cake. There was a lot of stuff, right? The cake shop was willing. They're just against the specifics. So this is why people are comparing it to that, right? Obviously, there should and already is now a legal distinction between refusal to serve people or refusal to say certain things, which saying stuff on a cake, right? But that was kind of a big point in this whole court case. I do encourage you to, you know, do all the research and look at this on your own. I'm just giving you a very short TLDR, but again, refusing to take this job wasn't a blanket refusal to serve, you know, gays or whoever, right? It was just a refusal to put their signature on something they didn't want to say or whatever, right? Or believe in, right? I mean, maybe this is like a super rare take from, you know, LGBTQ person, but I think those kind of like legal protections are important, even if it's unusual or rare, for free expression, right? I think it's really, really important because there's all sorts of minorities out there that might say things that these rules are meant to protect people, right? These rules allow them to say certain things or believe in what they want to. Of course, as long as, very clear note here, let me make this very clear. As long as they are not being discriminatory, actually, and hateful, that is where the line should be drawn, right? So, again, the nuance is required. It's complicated. Obviously, this court case is very, very nuanced. It had a ton going on with it, but I just want to make sure that, again, you guys understand that maintaining broad legal protections for free expression is important for minorities in the long run, right? I think that that's a huge takeaway. So, here's my thoughts, guys. Here's my thoughts about all this as a wrap up. Right, not anything, leader. I think that everybody here would agree with that. And even in this case where the guy said, I'm not comfortable with doing that, I think that's fine. I think if he didn't want to do that because of his own personal belief, I personally feel like, well, I disagree with your personal belief, but that's within your right. So I will take my, you know, my money elsewhere. You know, have a great day. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel like that scenario should have gone down. Now, obviously, Colorado had specific rules for discrimination that technically he did break. So there was a bunch in that court case. And again, I'm not here to rehash that from 2017. But anyone should have the right to do business with you, whether or not they want to, right? As long as it's not discriminatory. Let me say this louder. Please listen to me, chat. Everybody listen to what I'm going to say. Please type 1 in the chat if you're listening. Anyone should have the right to do business with you, whether they want to or not, as long as it's not discriminatory. In this case, this artist was not discriminatory, right? In this case with Mia, right? She already knows she's controversial. So naturally, people may or may not want to work with you because of that, right? For you to for you to dismiss that fact, I think is irresponsible of the understanding of your, of who you are, right? It's irresponsible of your understanding for where you are as a creator and what you stand for and the things that you're talking about, right? Mia, you are controversial, and for you to pretend otherwise is a disservice to yourself. Whether you believe that or not, that's fine, but you're controversial, right? The things that you said, the way you carry yourself, the patterns of these types of things that you bring up, it has caused controversy. You're controversial, right? And I think that if you don't acknowledge that, that's problematic to yourself, right? If you're saying it's discriminatory, then 100% they should not work with you too, then what do you mean by that, Angry? Like, controversial, right? Let me reread to you my sentence. Anyone should have the right to do business, whether they want to or not, as long as it's not discriminatory. Yeah, I'm going to reread that again. Anyone should have the right to do business with you, whether they want to or not, as long as it's not discriminatory. I think that that's it, right? Yeah, even if it's controversial, if they want to work with you, then it's okay. Right, sure. Like, I mean, even for me, right, as an admittance, I think so, Sheikah. For me, right, like, I'm controversial because I talk about news. Inherently, that's just how it is, guys. I talk about news, I'm controversial. If this same artist said, hey, Elara, I don't want to work with you because, you're controversial, I'd be like, I totally understand. I wouldn't want to put anything negative on you. I totally get that. And thank you so much for your time. I'll find somebody that does. Have a great day. Now, I've never personally, no, I think I've had one person, but that wasn't art. So, and it was understandable. But, continuing, right? You already know you're controversial, so naturally people may not want to work with you because of that. It's so they can, in my opinion, it's so the artist can protect their own brand or reputation if they so choose. Some people choose morals over money, and they should be damned for choosing that, and it's well within their rights. Again, if she were to apply for an opportunity and for a meet and greet, and got declined a meet and greet, would she have the same reaction? Would she be like, oh, well, I'm controversial, so they have different ideologies than me, so I should get outraged about it? Would her reaction be the same in a very similar thing where you're asking for an opportunity? You know what I mean? Because with an artist, you're asking for an opportunity to work with them, right? At its core, that's what it is. So would she say she's being discriminated against because she wasn't chosen for a meet and greet? I kind of wonder, right? It's a hypothetical, of course. Not meant to really make a point, but it's a hypothetical, right? I like the reason why Mia made angry posted about it being rejected by artists is due to her personal feelings of entitlement of having more rights than to those she viewed as mentally ill people. That's a lot to unpack, bro. That's a lot to unpack. So as far as Mia, with her history, I've seen statements that she's made about trans people that are ill-informed. I've seen her lack of empathy towards POCs with that joke she made. I've seen attempts to misdirect personal consequences. And now I've seen this as well. So for me, I don't personally think that outrage to drive engagement is a worthwhile or I'm trying to do the right word. Let me back up here. So outrage to drive engagement is not going to be a long-term or successful strategy. Wow, my brain just fucking fried. Let me say that again. Using outrage like this to drive engagement isn't a long-term or a successful strategy, right? Actions have consequences, right? You may not like the consequences that come for your actions, but you chose those actions. Yeah, literally, my brain just was like, like, whether you want to accept that the consequences are yours to own, you chose those actions, right? And those are the consequences of your actions. No one should risk attaching their name to someone who dislikes that person just existing. I agree with you. Like the Yahtzee VTuber, nobody remembers her anymore. Who? I don't even know who you're talking about, bro. But here's the thing. I think at the end of the day, right, if I was to talk to Mia right now and be face to face, like, well, Mia, number one, I would love for you to like educate yourself about stuff that you're being outwardly misinforming people. But also, I think that you need to take a step back and take responsibility of your own, right? You have a responsibility right now to understand that blowing this post up was not the way to go. This was not needed. And you need to also have a responsibility and understanding for yourself that you're controversial, right? And there's certain things that you're going to do where people don't want to work with you anymore. And it has nothing to do with discrimination. They don't align themselves with your ideals, and they are free to choose whether they want to align with you or not, right? I think she just lacks a lot of understanding. I think she lacks maturity, and I definitely think she lacks emotional intelligence. I think she's doing a good engagement. Most of her content has nothing to do with it, but she needs to understand she's controversial. I mean, leader, here's the thing, right? Whether she's trying to do it or not, she's causing outrage, right? And it's driving engagement. And I think that there's a proven pattern.
Nakisumiku is the one I'm thinking of.
Oh, got you. I think there's a proven pattern, right, leader? And I think a long time ago, when I made a post about this VTuber ruining their career, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I knew it was coming. I knew the pattern was already coming. The way that they carried themselves, the way that they talked, I don't know. I feel like I maybe need to lightly tap the sign, but this is headed in a direction that's not going to ultimately benefit you in the long run, right? Yeah, exactly. You're a freelancer. It's your own business. Your actions have consequences, whether you like them or not. You know what I mean? And whether it's intentional or not, leader, I think that you can't constantly feign ignorance. You've still done it, right? You still have a pattern of causing multiple problems about stuff, right? You still have a pattern of misrepresenting certain things for what they are. So, I don't know. I think it's this, whether it's in bad faith or not on purpose, it's still in bad faith, right? Whether she's ignorant and being hateful, it's still hateful, you know? Because intention matter, yes, but ultimately, I think that they're very hard truths that come from these conversations that I just think that she's got to look at him and like, bro, I got to take some responsibility on this because I think that ultimately when I look back and she said, well, I'm not going to talk about this anymore, right? I'm done with it. I honestly thought, I was like, that would be the best thing for you to do. Just move on. Getting outraged on Twitter about this kind of stuff all the time, I just don't personally feel like it's worth your mental health. And I think that it hurts you more than it helps because once you see this, right, your peers see this. How do you get opportunities, guys? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think she's ever said anything about being bisexual or lesbian or gay or anything. I don't think she said anything negative about that, right? I don't think I've ever used the words like homophobic towards her, right? Because I've never heard that from her. But I think there is definitely clear transphobia, right? I think that there's a lot of things that when you're a VTuber, right, and you're in this sphere, and you talk about this kind of stuff all the time, and for me, right, like I oversee everything. I like not in the sense of like a boss, but I'm like omnipotent in the sense that I just see a lot of shit go down, right? And I talk about it and we learn together, right? I see a lot of what's going on. And 9 times out of 10, even more than 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100 times, people that have these types of behaviors that continue in that pattern ultimately are not successful in the long run, right? And if she is, well, so be it, right? Maybe she's not 1%, but I think that this is not the way to go, in my opinion. Yeah, she should not get into as much. I get why she wanted to defend herself or adjust some topics that affect you, but you need to pick your battles right. Exactly. And I think again, for her, there's a lot of education that needs to be done. I think she's just immature. That's it. And I'll be honest, I would have loved to have been that person. But the second that she said that, you know, trans people are mental illness, all good faith went out the window at that point, you know? So, yes, thank you, Christ. Thank you. I think she can have her own personal beliefs. My issue comes when she tries to push them for content. Exactly. When she tries to push it for content or push it on other people. This is the exact same problem that I have with Celestium. Pushing her personal beliefs for content or to push those beliefs on somebody else. You are allowed to believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. but don't impress that on other people. That is where you cross the line and you start operating in bad faith. I agree 100% with that. That is how I operate as a person. Literally when I choose news, I'm like, okay, is this like bad faith or, you know what I mean? Like, what is this, right? I think the only part is that she doesn't care, so no point in arguing. Right, exactly. I mean, she said that, right? So what's the point in talking about this? Well, I think ultimately, I think it's very important to, as a wrap up, right? I said my words about her, but I think that it's very important to look at the situation and understand that artists can do whatever they want, right? Everybody at their core are allowed to believe whatever they want to believe, but yeah, that's true, Cave. I mean, that's pretty much what it's become, whether, you know, unfortunately or fortunately, right, whichever side you're on that, but the line between pushing beliefs or sharing them can get blurred. Absolutely, leader. And I think that when it's respectful and you're having an actual dialogue and you're not misinforming people or telling people they're gonna burn in hell or whatever else, right? Yeah, as long as you're not doing that, I think that we can always have a talk. Just like leader, you might feel, sorry, I keep using you as an example and I'm really sorry, right? Where you can be like, hey, like, you know, you have your beliefs of whatever, right? And you know what? I might not agree with that. Let's say that you don't like that A and I are in a lesbian relationship, right? Well, obviously I disagree with you on your ideology about it, but as long as you're not being hateful towards me or anybody else, I'm not gonna come after you, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point in that, you know? They're your views and you can own those, right? Do I think you should educate yourself? Absolutely, in this hypothetical.
Disgusting!
Exactly. So why did we cover this today, chat? Well, again, I think it's very important to understand that people are allowed to act, you know, as they want to, as their own person, right? They own their own autonomy, right? And I think trying to force people to do something that they're not comfortable with or don't want to, well, that's wrong, personally. At the end of the day, like hypothetically, chat, let's say that she caused this ruckus, right? Well, what was the end goal here? Are you gonna force the artist to do this commission for you? Of course not. Like, that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen, you know? Like, you know, like, you can't force somebody to do something they don't want to do, right? Things you can have for your own personal beliefs. My issue comes. Oh, okay, we're looking at that one. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't mean to use you in that hypothetical like that, leader. I think it's just more like we have different viewpoints, but we're respectful about it, right? And my point with me is she has different viewpoints, but she's not respectful about it. You know, calling out artists on Twitter, like just clipping stuff about this Shadow the Hedgehog thing, using generative AI, you know, telling trans people that they're mentally ill. I mean, come on. It's a long past respectful. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna open to you, chat. What do y'all have to think or say about this? I haven't really heard from you because I have heard a little bit, but I've been yapping this whole time. So tell me how you feel about it, guys. Seems to me utterly offended, but secretly disfine. I don't know, Dan. I don't know her intention. I don't want to assume it, but what I do want to point out is there's a pattern. There's a pattern. At least for me, I was actually kind of happy because I got to learn about this whole the Master Cakes thing, which I know it kind of sounds kind of weird, but I like learning, guys. I like learning about new things, and this is why I have a passion for covering news, because I just like talking about this stuff. I like talking with you guys and hearing different points of view and bettering myself and learning and empathizing. You know what I mean? All sides are idiots, that's in my opinion. I mean, it is on Twitter, so to your point. I don't need to mention how I feel. Yeah, sure, echo chambers aren't a good thing, right? Exactly, Dan. How do I better myself, right, as a person? I'm very adamant about this, but I don't want everybody to tell me that I'm right all the time. I hate that. How do I better myself? How do I become a better VTuber and a news anchor if you don't disagree with me?
I wonder if she's starting to regret her purchase in terms of doubling down on being controversial for content. It's now losing her art stuff.
I have no idea. I personally think she's still able to be talked to if it's in private or just on Twitter. I don't see her as hateful or ignorant, so it is impossible. I mean, sadly, leader, ignorance isn't an excuse for hate. Just like ignorance isn't an excuse for the law. Ignorance is not an excuse for hate. You know what I mean? And it'd be one thing if it was just one topic, but it's multiple. And that's the issue, leader. I get where you're coming from. I know you really want to give her that benefit of the doubt, but I'm going to be real, dude. As somebody that's looked at this stuff for years and seen VTubers go down these certain paths, it's numb. It's not going to happen. I think artists can reject for any reason they want to, but they should have not pointed out the reason. Also, I don't think arrogant on public space is done for the reason, but drama string. Yep, I agree with that. I mean, yeah, did the artists need to give the reason? I mean, I don't know. They were professional about it, so I don't really have an issue with it. Yeah, I mean, it is true. You have to look at the action of doubling down as well. I think so. Mia should have blown up being rejected for VG commission. We're not surprised. Show rejected her, sure. It's a pattern, yeah. Yeah. The point of chance to take accountability, but she since doubled down, right? I think what he means is that she subscribes to the same views with people trying to be like, hey, like, this is why that's wrong, right? Because there were people in the comments on prior issues or even this one that's like, hey, this might be wrong. This is why. But she subscribed to the same thought process without being like, oh, this is where I fucked up, you know? In the same sense of like, remember when I made my tweet about she ruined her career? Well, I probably should not have used that exact wording, right? I will at least admit that. I mean, now in retrospect, my title kind of vindicates itself. But I will say that back then, in that moment in the vacuum, that title was not the best. And I could have done better. And I own that, right? I make a mistake. But when people give you feedback, you have to listen or at least try to action it, right? If you feel like it's worth listening to instead of just being like, well, I don't care. Because that's what we're getting, right? She just said, I don't care. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Yeah, she just said, I don't care. Like, at that point, some people are warning her, like, it's gonna hurt you in the long run, which, I mean, it's already has hurt her, and, it already has hurt her, right, guys? I mean, there's one thing that we will all agree on right now, throughout all of this, right? I mean, maybe plot? I don't know. There is one thing we can all agree to right now, though. And you can't argue against this. Her actions have actually had direct consequences. Legitimately, look at the Sega stuff. She lost a Sega content partnership. Now she lost opportunity to work with this artist. She has had direct actions and direct consequences. Nobody can argue against that. It's the truth of the matter. It's facts. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest, Dan. Reason I wrote that is because I do this quite a lot. I don't live right now. I never live right now. I have Walt Disney syndrome. You can ask Aya this. Aya will definitely vouch for me on this 100%. I'm sometimes really bad about living in the future. I'm always thinking about what's coming next. I'm very bad about living in the moment. You can ask Aya this 1,000%. It's just the way my brain runs. I think that when I titled that, I was thinking of everything that I, at least in my mind, knew was going to come, right? Or thought was going to happen. I saw the roadmap. I saw what was coming, and so that's why I put that, right? Artists like to each other as much as content creators, no doubt, is already spreading in the art community about it, right? Exactly. Like, there's this thing, right? I mean, you're allowed to believe what you want to believe, but again, when it's hateful, you're pushing that out on other people. That's where it becomes a problem, right? I don't know, Karen. I have no idea. I literally have no idea what to tell you. Honestly, it seems she'd really turned a blind eye. Right, exactly. Yeah, that whole thing was kind of wild, game. And again, I'm not gonna comment much on the Imsperry stuff because I want to know what her intention was, right? I mean, I think a lot of people assume Imp's intention, but I want to know what that gift was. Like, what did it come from? If I could get a moment of her time to explain it, I think like it'd be helpful, right? But yeah, and like, I think that she says like, oh well, you know, it's differing viewpoints, right? But when you tell somebody that they're mentally ill, that's no longer a difference of viewpoint, right? Like you've upgraded now. You know what I mean? Like you've moved to first class flying, right? Like you've gone past oh well, it's a difference in opinion at that point. This shit crazy, dog. Yeah, it's a wild one. It's a wild one. You know what's crazy too, Chad? I wasn't gonna talk about this. Like I was just kind of like, all right, well, another Mizu thing, but I will say with the whole cake thing kind of coming into it, I felt like there was a lot of morality to talk about. And I'll be honest, these topics are the ones that interest me the most. I respect not caring about how people see you as they stand behind your beliefs despite issues. And I come if I don't agree with them, but I gotta accept the issues that come with that too. Yep, absolutely. It's just self-awareness, you know? Maybe so. I mean, I don't know. She's in an echo chamber. I do want to see the comments are not all kind to her, that's for sure, so maybe not. I just think there's a point where you can't keep, like, causing outrage, and I think that that's going to be good for your career, right? I think there's got to be a point where you operate in good faith, and I just don't think I've ever seen that from her, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's an important discussion to have, and I know we've used this as, like, a launch pad for that, but I do think that these things are important to all of us. It's important to you in your daily life. It's important to me. If you think someone's mentally ill isn't seeing that just expressing your opinion, that would not be expressing your opinion. That's actually just factually wrong, MBK. You guys what I say? That's just factually wrong. Somebody did misinformation is not an opinion. It's misinformation. You know, like let's get that very clear, right? Whether you are misinformed or uneducated, misinformation is still misinformation. Your opinion can be wrong factually. And that's where she falls into with a statement about telling people that they're trans, that they're, you know, mentally ill. That's the difference. That's the nuance that we have to apply, right? You can have an opinion about whatever, right? But factually wrong facts are wrong, you know? Right, exactly. An opinion based on misinformation. So yeah, your opinion can be wrong. Exactly. Yeah, mental illness is not opinion-based, it's diagnosed. Exactly, like, holy. And then we can get into hours of conversation about that on its own.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Even if your opinion is wrong, do you have freedom of expression? Absolutely. You're always allowed freedom of expression, but you're not exempt from freedom of consequences. If your opinion is, you know, misinformation, right? You're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want, right? But it's understand that when you are not informed, that's on you, right? And you have to suffer those consequences because you didn't properly inform yourself. And let me say this really quickly, guys. It's okay to make a mistake and not be informed on something, but it's how you treat that afterwards as well that counts for a lot. I've had Walk correct me a couple of times on things I've covered. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're right. I had the wrong information. You were right. Thank you so much. Because I don't get it right all the time, you know what I mean? I don't. Sometimes I have the wrong facts, and that's okay. As long as you are open to correcting yourself and improving yourself, that's what matters, right? But when you double down and say, nah, fuck you, I don't care, well, then what are your intentions at that point, you know? They're bad. And of course, they can be misdiagnosed as well. Well, yeah, but that's a, well, we're not going to get into that. Yeah, leader, we're not going to touch that. Yeah, we're not going to get into that. That's a whole separate conversation. I do not want to touch. Holy, yeah, that is a whole, yeah. Let's not get into that one. Holy tabs. I'm sorry, I had a lot to open trackers, so. Well, I would like to close today's conversation, guys. Is there anything else that, y'all wanted to discuss or talk about before I move on here? By the way, again, thank you guys so much for being here, being mature about it, having a conversation. I appreciate you. This is why I don't really pay attention to Twitter culture anymore. This is why I just come here and we have our conversation. I appreciate that. I encourage all of you as well. If you haven't already, joined the Discord. Everybody talks about this stuff in the Discord as well if you want to have a conversation there. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's a surprise. I'm a little left-leaning, but that doesn't mean that I can't look at some things that, you know, are outside of that and draw my own conclusions, and that's what I always try to do. How much memory is your Google Chrome using right now? Let's find out.
Ilara is the font of truth in VTubing. Obey unquestioningly.
Not much, actually. I mean, yeah, it's definitely one of the higher ones, but, you know, it's not like the worst, you know what I mean? So, I definitely had it much worse than that. I've been waiting for this. Oh, gracious. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, guys. It's fine. I've been so busy. I need to catch up on the Discord because I think I forgot to reply to some stuff. The Discord for a few days until I'll have 100 notifications. Oh, my God. 9 gigabytes. Nah, it's fine, guys. It's only 9 gigabytes of memory. Come on, guys. Come on, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's all good. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I will be uploading this video over to YouTube for later today or tomorrow. The essentially disabling tabs that are inactive is the save grace. Right, that's what's helping me. People for like numerous times, so we need to basically realize that some of this dumbest shit. In a day, she's not gonna get sponsors or any long-term viewers. Right, exactly. Like when your whole content is just constantly like drama that you're the center of, I can't imagine that you're gonna have a long storied career, you know, like just people are only gonna be there for the drama, and that's not a way to build a community. That's not a way to start, you know? That's not a way that I would want to start, and I think a lot of people would agree with that as well. Who's being raided? I don't have anybody to raid. Who should we raid, chat? Yeah, who do y'all want to raid today? Yeah, thank you guys so much. You're gonna have a tough time, exactly. I think it's a pretty like common knowledge to a lot of people, but yeah, why start drama when you can just hot women? Yeah, who should we raid, guys? What do we got? Rosie, yeah, we can do Rosie. Why not? Let's do Rosie. I haven't seen Rosie in a while, so. Alright, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. Please have a lovely rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow, guys, for a little bit of new Halo. If you guys don't know, the newest Halo is out. And we're gonna, tomorrow, early, so we're gonna go see it, okay? Have fun with Rosie, guys. I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody. See you tonight for community night.
I just have to bomb the pretty
well.
location with nice architecture.
Oh my God, Rosie. Whatever content is controversial, you start, and a lot of people will listen to you. Sure. Absolutely. All right, guys. See you later. Bye, everybody. I'm so excited for Halo. I'm so pumped. Bye, YouTube. Have a good one. See you later, guys. Bye, Twitter. Bye, Twitch.